Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the Night Quest. I am C Money, and I have here our motherfucking homie, our boy, motherfucking Broke Boy in the building. Shout out to Broke Boy, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Appreciate you, homie. How you got? What you got going on? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Had a nice doctor's health visit the other day, so I'm better than I was.
Well, so it's a positive.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? That's
last April, I went to the doctor. I weighed 256. My blood pressure was, oh my God, how are you not dead? Cholesterol was through the roof. Okay, cholesterol under control. Blood pressure almost under control, and weight down to 212.
Good man. Good shit, bro. Look at that. That's a positive. That's a positive.
Yeah. And then, of course, today they say, "Oh, by the way, you guys might get laid off work in the middle of this month."
That's not fun. That's not a positive.
Nothing I can do. If it happens, it happens.
I mean, there is nothing that you can do about that. That's true. I mean, you can try to sleep your way to the top. You know what I'm saying, and keep your job. But I don't know. That's gonna work.
Go ED.
Well, listen. I found it very interesting when I saw that PlayStation has officially hired Don Matrick to come work for the company. It was really wild. It was unexpected, honestly. Nobody could have seen it coming. But yeah, so basically what's going on, guys, if you don't know, PlayStation has officially hired Don Matrick to go ahead and compete with Game Pass, because they said, man, you know, those guys over on Xbox, they like to pay for a service and, you know, not own those games, just play them and keep paying for them, right? So he said, you know what we're going to do? Fuck a separate game service. No. We're going to turn game purchases into a service. That's right, guys. If you didn't know, when you buy a PlayStation game now, it is actually a rental that you have for 30 days. And you got to keep subbing. You know what I'm saying? Keep upping that up. It's what an amazing service. I'm so shocked that Xbox didn't think about it first, actually. What an amazing thing. No, it's a really funny time, guys. I've never seen so many PlayStation fanboys be so happy with their games changing completely.
That's been my entire day with today.
Bro, it is crazy that they're all like, yeah, this is good. Why are you complaining? This is good, guys.
I've seen two of them actually call PlayStation out on it. Everybody else is pretty much using the damn 5-year-old's excuse. Well, they did it first.
Yeah, this is a
of course, except with good old boy Tripster. I said he uses a under 10-year-old kid's excuse.
Yeah, this is a wild time, guys. This is a wild time. I'm very, very shocked that this is happening and it's all cool. I guess we shouldn't be shocked. I guess I guess at this point, we know that if something goes horribly wrong at PlayStation, they're going to go ahead and find a way to make it okay, which is fine. You know, we're definitely going to talk about it. It's going to be a fun show, guys. We're definitely going to get into it. But also, Asha, right? We did talk about her interview last week, or the statement they did. Yeah, which I believe was an interview. Now I'm forgetting. But basically, right after that, there was an interview done about. Oh no, it wasn't an interview. It was the memo that she has sent out. We are Xbox, right? It talked about all the different things. But right after that, they had an interview kind of going deeper into those points that we broke down and kind of filled in with what we thought these things meant. Well, she actually went into what these things meant, and it's definitely worth going through, man. So we're definitely gonna check that out. Listen, when you think about what's happening at PlayStation, what's happening at Xbox, it's just crazy how much of a difference it is. Where Xbox, we got nothing but amazing news, a CEO that's doing everything humanly possible in her power to make moves, make a mark, and literally like give the players what they've been asking for, as you know, in the best way possible without tanking the company. Because if you listen to some of these requests, Xbox will be out of business tomorrow.
Well, if you can see, I'm repping the brand tonight.
Oh, nice. The little "We Let You Live." We Let You Live Astrobot.
Well, We Let You Live was Last of Us.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know that. Look at that. Well, listen, the two sides are very different situations. Of course, we're living our best lives possible, and it's only getting better. For instance, today we just got a dope-ass game, Aphelion, right into Game Pass day one. I don't know if you guys had a chance to jump into it yet. They did send me a copy of the game to be able to review it. So I'm hopping into it myself. I've already hopped into it, and this is literally like it's like Uncharted in space. You know what I'm saying? Like you got story, you got crazy platforming, you got crazy set pieces, you got great acting. I'm digging it so far. I don't know if anybody else has gotten.
Is that the one with the trailer with the girl going through the snow and everything?
Going with the what?
The one lady crashes her ship and she's like all in the snow looking for somebody.
In the snow, yes.
I don't know if it dropped on the console. I haven't looked at console today, but I know PC also dropped Trepang 2 today.
Trepang 2?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Trepang 2 is super old.
Yeah, well, I know it is. But
billion years old. That's one of the first games that I got sent to me. That's wild. That was so long ago. Let me go ahead and before we hop into things, shout out our motherfucking homie Farrell Bazaar in the building.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
How you doing, player? Sorry for the late night episode, but
No, you're all good.
Should be popping off, and you got to handle everything going on. How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro.
Doing pretty good. Oh, we're not live yet. Okay.
We're definitely live.
Okay, I saw the comments. All right, there we go. I see the comments now.
No, you're good. I'm just fixing everybody.
We're live. Don't do anything weird.
Don't do anything weird, bud. All right, yeah, we are in. Farrell, man, thank you, brother, for being here. I don't know if you got a chance to hear, but we're definitely going to be talking about Don Matrick's return to gaming as the head of PlayStation, making amazing moves. Instead of starting a game service, he's turning your purchases to the service. It's crazy how he's doing that. It's a lot of cool stuff there. And we are going to go back to Asha because there was another interview that was done right after everything that we went over with her about what she said, and it dives deeper. It gives us some of the clarification that we were kind of, assuming worthy answers or giving our opinions on it, she kind of dives deeper with the Steven Totillo interview. So we'll definitely hop into that. But before we do any of that, you know how we do here, man. We got to shout out our homies who are live in the building with us, man. We appreciate all of you. We also want to shout out everybody who supports us over on Patreon and on YouTube memberships. You guys are the shit. Thank you guys so much for that support, man. It means a lot to us. Of course, we want to go ahead and shout out our YouTube Elite members. That's right. We have the homie Dark Angelic, Queen Witch, Broke Boy, and Pal Xbox for Life. Thank you guys so much for the support. And then we have our YouTube Inner Circle members, the homie Pragmatic Eagle, Hargy Chani, and Marvelous Marvin. And of course, we have our March champions. That's right. April's almost coming to the end, but March is still in the banner. The best bot of March was our boy, Malcolm X Lax. Most first super chats was our boy Mac22TH54. Biggest super chat came from our boy Pragmatic Eagle. Most biggest super chats was a tie between Marvelous Marvin and Mac22TH54. Top 3 most gifted subs came from our boy number 1 Spartan661, number 2 Broke Boy, and number 3 Ryu Art. And then the most subs gifted at once came from our boy Spartan661. So shout out to all of you guys, man. We do really appreciate it. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do dope shit like bring you guys content directly from the biggest event of the year. That's right, Summer Games Fest, Xbox Showcase, all taking place in a matter of a couple of months. And your boy is going to be there. That's right. Everything's already booked. Everything's set. The appointments are already coming in. We're going to have a crazy full, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's right. Friday through Monday. I'm going to be there the whole time this time. Last time we left early. So we're going to get it in. We're going to have so much content. It's crazy. Lots of exciting stuff already showing up on the calendar. So, yeah, man, look for it. It's going to be a dope as time. But, guys, as much as all the support from the memberships means so much to us, and it really, really does, you guys right now, live in the building, you guys are supporting us in such a major way, man, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight. You guys mean the world to us. You're so very, very special to us. That being said, you cannot all be equally special. I think at this point, we now understand that it's just not possible. All right. And the reason is simple, because among you right now, sitting there, oh yeah, 3 of you have elevated. That's right. You have ascended. Well, you know, you got better seats. You guys are higher up so you can see better. All right. You guys are the specials.
I was looking, there's 3 of us. 1, 2, 3.
There is 3 of us. There is 3 of us. So it'd be our counterparts. Okay. If I had the boxes, I would just put you bam, bam. You know, that would be a pretty cool thing if we had like little boxes for them. But that's way too much. I don't got the skill to make that happen in real time.
The X bunch.
So yeah. So I can't do that. But that's right. There's 3 specials of the evening. How do you become a special? Very, very simple. See, when we go live, we put up that on-point bat signal, and y'all look at that signal and say, holy shit, I must answer the call. I have to be there. ASAP Rocky. They need to be the first ones in the building, and in the building, they were the first 3. That's right. They are the specials, and the real question is, who are these people?
Who?
Well, why you gotta change the sound? Because now it just sounds crazy.
Except my voice is kind of cracking, so I get kind of.
That's all right. You need the crack to take you there. Number 3 in the building. It's our motherfucking homie, our boy. You know him well. Motherfucking Jonas the Dad. Shout out to our boy Jonas the Dad. He's not fucking around. Number 3 in the building. I gotta write this shit down, or he'll never see the light of day. You know what I'm saying? Jonas the Dad. Not messing around, man. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Appreciate you. You were number 3, my friend. Now, who is number 2? Well, I can tell you right now, it's the motherfucking homie, Amit Kumar. Shout out to our boy Amit Kumar with the message. I heard Don Matrick is running PlayStation now. Yes, he is. He got hired. They finally got rid of Holst. Herman Holst is gone. It's Don Matrick. It has to be. This is the only possible answer. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way. Guys, Amit, you're number 2. The real question is who's number 1? And number 1, the best bot of the night, is our motherfucking homie, Pal Xbox for life. That's right, motherfucking Pal, not fucking around. Number 1, best bot of the night. God damn it, you are the motherfucking man. Shout out to Pal. He ain't goddamn fucking around, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Let me put this shit right here. Gotta get it right. Don't want to forget. I gotta update this banner too. Shout out to you guys. You are awesome sauce. I'm gonna go here. Bam. Get this done. Boom. Shikalaka. Go here first. 3. Boom. Make sure I got it right. Pow. What the fuck just happened? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oopsie. Pow. Xbox for life. Oh, okay. That's what the fuck did I write and delete at the same time? Okay, let's do that. We got the homie Amit Kumar numero dos, and number 3 is our boy Jonas the Padre.
A big old number 2.
Big old number 2. Okay, that is in. You're good to go. Let's see who we got. We got the motherfucking homie Mac 22TH54 in the building. Shout out to the homie Mac with that $2 super chat saying he's first. He's got can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? My boy Mac knows what it be. He's always first in the building. He's holding it down. He's aiming to be the number 1 for April as well. I see it. I see you, player. Let me go ahead and update this banner. Mac 2TH. Boom. Dunzo. All right. Good. There we go. And then we got our boy Dark Angelic. Shout out to homie Dark Angelic with that $2 super chat. Says, I love it when even the Xbox execs dunk on phonies. Yes. Xbox has been much more out in these streets ready to slap somebody up. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the way that this is all playing out in front of us. Now, of course, we shouted out the first 2 people in the building, but you know how we do here. We got to shout out our homies who are live with us, man. I see the homie Fillmore Pockets. What's going on, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Malcolm X Lax, what's up, dog? Thank you for rocking out with us. Be Nice in the building. What's going on, my homie? You got the homie Sanchez MTZ Gaming. What's going on, my dude? Ryu Art, what's up? Playa. We got Dark Angelic with the message here for these crybabies and these losers. Says, yep. Imagine being so strapped for cash. You're squeezing every last cent from your customer base by forcing them to be online every 30 days. 13 years after Xbox failed here. Yo, Dark, you ain't lying, dog. You ain't lying. It's crazy.
You got to remember, they said, what was it in February? It's like, we're going to monetize our existing customer base to make up for the money.
I mean, they said it, and they are not lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are. If there's anything you could do is believe PlayStation when they said they're going to find a way to get you to spend more money one way or another. It's just the way, man. I see Simple Jack in the building. What's up, dog? Thank you for being here, man. RC Polygons in the building. What's going on, player? Says, it's funny to see PlayStation fanboys said to wait and see an official response from Sony before thinking the DRM is true. But when it comes to any rumor for Xbox, it's seen as 100% without an official statement. I mean, it's true. I mean, that's just the reality of what they do.
I had a back and forth with Nib Light earlier today about that.
Who?
Nib Light, that Aguilar guy.
Oh, different Nib. Yeah. Nib, I know this motherfucker's out here doing
Nib
damage control. He is fucking doing message after message, trying to be like, listen, we got the stats. People are digging in, and it turns out it's not actually full on, it's temporary. It's oh god, bro.
Aguilar sitting there telling me, it's like, we need to wait till PlayStation confirms this. And I'm like, did you wait for PlayStation to confirm the PC ports single player is not coming? He's like, and I went back and forth for about a half hour.
Is he fucking right? There's nothing to confirm. They're doing.
Well, he did it on March 19th. On March 19th, he said they are doing it on the PlayStation, the PC ports. And he's like, no, I didn't. PlayStation didn't do it publicly, but my sources confirmed it. I was like, that's not publicly, and that's not PlayStation. I don't give a fuck who your sources are. I can't confirm it through what you said.
Yeah.
No, and he said no, but they will say this at the investors call in May. It's like, okay. So in other words,
nobody cares about their words. Their actions are already into effect. It's already there. It's already happening. So
you know it's bad happening. You know it's bad if Dreamcast guy does a video on it.
Did he do a video on it?
Yep.
If PlayStation stops making games for PC, I mean the box isn't doing well as far as selling their games. So I mean, what happens to first party? I mean, we just found out Xbox is carrying Marathon right now. Like Steam said, we don't give a fuck anymore, and apparently Xbox players are carrying Marathon. Imagine if Marathon didn't make it to Xbox; it was only on PlayStation and PC. Like
Concord.
Two of the 3 top played games on Xbox in hours are not on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the reality.
I wouldn't put it honestly.
They haven't been doing well for a while.
So honestly, I would not put it past PlayStation to do it.
To do what?
To pull their games for PC. I could see them doing it. I just want to see them actually say it first.
I don't think so. It just don't make. First of all, you pulling it is not possible. Like they're not gonna.
When I say pulling, I mean no more future ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like it's stupid because people already have these games. So, and if you look at the scenario, like, did Sorrows come out?
Early access, yes. People are playing it.
Yeah.
Its official release date is the 30th.
Tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I think.
No, it's the 30th.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. 30th. I know it's at least 2 or 3 days.
Well, I saw the Digital Foundry breakdown of it.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't be more disinterested after watching that breakdown. First of all, you see the thumbnail of the headline, they talk about how great it is, like how great the game is, Digital Foundry wise. And then you go ahead and listen to them talk, and then they literally spend most of the time talking shit about it, but like in the nicest tone possible. You know what I'm saying? So like the words they're saying and the tone that they're saying doesn't really line up because it sounds like everything is great, except it's not. Like it's not a good look. The game looks boring as fuck. They rely only on the particle effects of the attacks. The world is boring. Everything that we've seen, that I've seen from it, is like, come on, man. God damn, thank God I don't. It is, and it's essentially. He literally said as much. Like it's basically just Returnal, a little more finessed, bro. I would be shocked if it even sold as well as Returnal, and Returnal didn't sell well. Just because I feel like I don't know what's happening. There's literally zero creativity coming out of the PlayStation camp, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Meanwhile, we got Kiln, which I'd rather play Kiln any day of the goddamn week. That shit is fucking creative as all hell, bro. And I don't know, have you had a chance to jump into it yet?
I had it gifted to me. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
I haven't had a chance to play it either. I've been playing Replaced.
Ooh, I just Replaced. Finally, I got to get my review.
I started Jay and Silent Bob's Chronic Blunt Punch.
But I mean, it's
like a beat 'em up, right? Yeah. Replace is fire though. You just started Replace, or
I'm like 2 hours in.
Oh,
it's like
game is actually longer than I anticipated it being.
It's supposed to be like a 10 to 15 hour game,
yeah. But I also am always looking for the shit in the world. Like always looking for something to scan and find all the goodies. So, I
like just running through it. I heard if you just run through it, it's like 8 to 10 hours. But if you start looking and stuff, it's
but 15. You can't just run through that game. The game is fucking too dope. It's fucking beautiful.
There's a lot to read.
It's definitely a lot to read, but it's like the story. Like I don't read the things I find. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever I find, I don't read any of that. But the story is actually pretty good. Like it's actually really, really good. Gets really interesting the further you go. And what's crazy is that, like you said, like I'm typically not a reader. You know what I'm saying? Like normally if I have to only read it, like I'm not gonna be that invested. But it's that game. Talk about creativity. Talk about taking a world that is, for all intents and purposes, should be dark and dreary and mundane, and make it look amazing and stunning, right? And keep me engaged the whole way. Like I just seeing it makes me know I want to play it without ever touching it. I was like, yes, I got to get my hands on this. This is the exact opposite of what's happening with PlayStation. PlayStation can't make a fucking game I want to play to save its goddamn life. Like it's crazy. Like I have the PlayStation. There's no boundary in front of me that would stop me from getting one of their games. But it's just like, bro, they don't know how to make them anymore. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what happened, bro.
I don't think it's that they don't know how to make them. I think the budgets have just gotten really tight on them.
I mean, maybe.
You know what I'm getting ready to play on PlayStation?
What?
South of Midnight.
Like,
only thing just playing over there right now.
Look at the stuff that that is coming out. Is a lot of recycled content. I mean, even Ghost of Yote, it was a lot of recycled content. Regardless of whether you thought the game was good or bad, they reused a lot of assets. They did a lot to, slash the budgets. I mean, you look at Spider-Man games; they've all been. I mean, you can't help it; it's in New York, but they're doing everything they can to kind of keep these games.
Honestly, with Spider-Man,
as small as possible.
Honestly, with Spider-Man 2, I was kind of hoping, like I say, I haven't played it, like I said, but I've seen the people play it. You could have easily done maybe like a quick Craven location or something.
Listen, this is a thing. I feel like people try to forget that it's a motherfucking game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could put Spider-Man anywhere. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to just be in New York. You could take him there. What was the name of that fucking Spider-Man movie? No Way Home or some shit.
Yeah, it took him to
that
London.
Shit wasn't in New York.
The multiverse.
London.
Yeah, somewhere else. Fucking
even the multiverse.
But you know why they wouldn't do it? Because they got to build something new, and they ain't about to build nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the big fundamental problem that exists, bro. And like when I think of games, like if you just think about the Xbox camp and you think about something like Fallout 76, that's a Fallout game, but they managed to keep bringing more and more to it and making it interesting and keeping people who like to play that game intrigued and still playing that game, right?
Yeah.
Like Xbox is releasing new shit that is interesting and different and new, and they got their live games that just keep figuring out ways to to do cool shit with it. And it's like I just can't understand how PlayStation has let it happen where they're so dictated by the budget. But it's like most of the Xbox's first party games that are not big ones, they're all unique, they're all different, and they don't cost a lot of money to make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not. This is a passion project. Kiln, right? Phenomenal little game, man. If you guys haven't played it, jump into it, bro. It's so good. For what it is, obviously, it's not the next big great adventure game or whatever. It's a fun game. Yo, making your pot is fucking soothing as hell. I don't know if you guys haven't tried it yet, but just the portion where you're making it and it literally like the hand movements they put in there to have you build the pots. It's just so dope. It's just so creative. You know what I'm saying? Like
I see PS5
how often do you want to just play the same shit? You know what I'm saying? Like
I see PS fanboys saying Kiln is Xbox's Concord. I'm like, what the fuck?
Concord costs like $5 billion to make.
I know. Yeah. Xbox was a dev at the studio, said, I want to make this. They said, yeah, do it.
But the thing is, people forget that people are actually going to play Kiln.
And then, of course,
like, people didn't play Concord. Nobody showed up to play Concord. What was the peak players for that game? Like 3,000.
We'll see. That's the issue. They're showing the Steam player count for Kiln. Like that's a game people aren't going to buy.
Yeah, it's a game. It's a Game Pass game. Like like Double Fine is the equivalent of an indie studio to some degree. You know, they get like a little AA budget. Probably the biggest game they're going to make is the Psychonaut series for now. So Psychonauts 3 will probably be their biggest game, but everything that falls under that is just they're charged with being creative and, you know, bringing something new and at a very low budget. And if something hits and there's a smash hit, then, you know, that's a, you know, big win for that studio. Yeah.
I saw one guy post that they tagged Double Fine and said, can we get a Psychonauts 1 remake? They said, we want to do it.
Facts. I did see that.
But you want to hear an even funnier joke on the Spider-Man side?
Go ahead.
Had a guy tell me Gears and Halo aren't even Xbox ideas. They're not even original. I was like, yeah, and Spider-Man, it is like, yeah, all their stories are original. Like Spider-Man, the character is not an original thing, but their stories are. No. They're original stories for PlayStation. He's not an original character. Kind of get over that.
Yeah, I agree.
If you look at all of PlayStation's studios, almost none of them are homegrown, which, you know, like, I don't get where these arguments come from. Like, Naughty Dog was an independent studio that got purchased. You know, Insomniac was a third-party studio that eventually PlayStation purchased. I mean, you just
who still has a Xbox exclusive game console.
Yeah, it's only like one or two, maybe three studios that PlayStation has that makes games that they started from the ground up, but most of them were purchased. So I don't really get the argument. They ran out of the ability to make those purchases like they did back in the day, but because it's gotten a lot more expensive. But yeah, they bought most.
Insomniac is the one that's actually keeping them going right now. That's because Wolverine will be what, the fourth game this gen?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can really say that about them.
Well, that's what I was about. They're the let's rephrase it. They're the most productive studio.
Yeah, they're definitely the most productive. But Wolverine, I think, is going to be tougher than we think.
I would like to see what the
Wolverine, I think, not to no fault of their own, but you know,
I would like to see what the requirements for PlayStation to have that game, because the Insomniac leak showed what their requirements were for the next, I think it was the next X-Men game. And they were like 6 million copies sold by a certain amount and all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh, for them to for their deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's look. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be on them to get us excited, right? Like that's what is gonna come down to is whether or not they can show us something that's exciting. But I mean, I gotta be honest with you. There's not much that they can show that's gonna make me be like, I need to cop that ASAP. At minimum, I'll wait the 6 months to see if the rumors were true and it goes elsewhere. And then I don't know if I'll ever get it if that, but that's going to be the only game that I would even contemplate doing. But that being said, I did want to point out that we're going to go ahead and give away a copy of Kiln tonight. So if you don't have Game Pass and don't have access to that, look out for that because it is actually a very fun game, and you need to kind of get your hands on it to really understand it and do that. So we're going to go ahead and make that happen. So that is going to happen tonight. I don't know why I seem to have lost my ability to pin
Here you go. See.
Was that? Oh, Pragmata. Yeah, I was actually playing that again today. That's such a good game, man. So polished, bro.
See, I've got it on Switch too. That's the Diana amiibo.
Oh yeah. It's cute. It's cute. She's such a great character.
I think it's funny because I think they're actually making fun of a lot of the internet trolls, making fun of her, making those lewd statements and stuff about her and everything, where they made her made her the voice for or they renamed the Twitter feed for the game her.
They renamed the what?
The Twitter page. Like I say, the Twitter page is named Diana now. So they're pretending to be her, saying all kinds of, "Oh, this is new to me" stuff. I've never had McDonald's. Is it good? And all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh wow, really? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not I don't really see or follow most of that shit there, but it definitely is a fire game. I was actually very shocked that I was gonna be that I was gonna like it because the hacking, before you get your hands on it, the hacking looks kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's been kind of holding me back on it.
No, but it's not. So don't let it because the game is. Wait, have you've been playing it on the Switch?
No, I've got it. I'm gonna try to start it this week.
Okay, yeah. Don't hesitate. It's actually really it's really intuitive. It works really fucking well. Like I said, I'm actually pretty shocked of how seamless it is. And yeah, I mean it adds a wrinkle because if you have just two enemies, all of a sudden it gets a little more hectic, right? Because you want to go ahead and hack them so your hits become more powerful. But then you find these other weapons and you can freeze them and where they are and use like a shotgun type weapon. There's so much strategy in that game in such a fast amount of time. It's so quick.
That's what the amiibo supposedly does. Says each time you leave the shelter, you scan the amiibo and it gives you something.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's definitely dope. It's definitely dope. I'm feeling it 100%.
I'm holding off on Resident Evil because I'm waiting for them to release the Grace and Leon amiibos.
Wait, what do you mean on Requiem?
Yeah.
You're not playing it because you're waiting to play with the amiibo?
Yeah, I got the the Switch list released that generation pack with all three Evil or Village, Biohazard, and Requiem, and the
gotcha.
And the amiibos. The amiibos come out, I think, in June or July.
The amiibos do something for the actual game.
They give you give you in-game cosmetics and things like that. Supposedly when you get to leave the shelter, you scan her, and it'll give you a weapon or a boost or something like that.
Yeah, technically, most of the games that have amiibos normally have something that comes from it. When you use it.
Like the downside for Metroid 4, the newest one, was they had one of the stages music tracks was locked behind him in an amiibo.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know like the biggest one for me, and I haven't played it in like forever, but like Zelda, if you have the amiibos, you can like get a whole bunch of food and weapons and shit. So it's like a hack almost. An infinite cheat. And I think you could do it. I think you're going to use an amiibo like once a day to get the stuff, but still. But that being said, all right. We were saying what's up to the homies, and then kind of got
the show doesn't start for another hour and a half anyway.
Yeah, sidetracked and shit, but that's all right. I see the homie Stanky G in the building. What's up, man? Ray Oid, what's going on? Lauren in the building. What's going on, homie? Ray Oid says PlayStation is crumbling piece by piece. The issues are finally surfacing, which have been hidden from the blind. The problem is that those blind are seeing it, and then they're just taking Vaseline and jamming it into their eyes so they can't see it anymore. They're doing everything humanly possible to not see it. Shout out to the homie JD Gamer in the building with that $2 super chat. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you for being here. Says Asha the Empress, all she do is win, win, win. Yeah, she's the people's champ. You know, like that's the way I look at her is she's the people's CEO. You know what I'm saying? She's out here, she's doing her thing for the people, you know. And again, whether we're gonna like it or not, doesn't really matter at this point, because it's more about the fact that she's actively making shit happen regardless of the direction, right? Like she's not waiting. You know, a lot of people were telling me that it was gonna take a long time to see what Asha does. No, it's not a long time to see what Asha does. She is going crazy immediately. And honestly, between now and fucking June Showcase, like, don't be surprised when she drops another fucking, big news piece. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like this is what she's doing. She's doing it nonstop.
It's almost like once a week or once every 2 weeks she's saying something else.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something happening. So shout out to her for sure. I see the homie Paulie Bob in the building. What's up, man? Tool Man 55, what's going on, homie? Eric in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Game Shark in the building. Twinkle, twinkle, baby. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, homie. Trey Bone, what's going on, man? Verg Brizzle in the building. What's going on, my dude? Space Shot, what is up? Playa, thank you for being here, man. John 907, what's going on, my dude? Future Generation, what's going on? The Ice Pick, what's up, fam? The PlayStation fans said they love the DRM because PlayStation is their anthem. That's wild. Force One, what's up, bro? It's true, man. Bounty in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. I feel you. Malcolm says, I'm stuck in my back catalog of games. I'm just now playing RoboCop and finishing up Mouse PI. Bro, there's just so many different ways to go in gaming right now. Like there's games that I haven't touched, I have to get back to. Like Crimson Desert is just gonna be my forever game, apparently, that I'll just dip into every time I don't have something to play, which is almost never now. Like honestly, it's ridiculous. Like there's just so much coming out. Like again, Aphelion just dropped today, day one of the Game Pass, man. If you don't know what that game is, or if you're not sure about it, if you have Game Pass, go ahead, download it, or just stream that shit. It's really, really good. The story right in the beginning, it picks up. It really sets the stage for what it is. And then honestly, so far, what it feels for me is literally like an Uncharted in space. And you guys know I'm a huge Naughty Dog fan, so it means something for me. You got great story, great acting, voice acting's on point, platforming, crazy death-defying stuff, set pieces, explosions, things falling down, it's going crazy. It's really, really well done. I'm having a blast so far. So if you haven't had a chance, definitely go check that. Do not sleep on that game. Excuse me. But again, that's just one that just came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know how you're supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you supposed to play a game and get as far as you can, and then the new game comes, so you're like, oh, I gotta stop that one, gotta start the new one, and then just kind of play that one until the next game drops? I don't know. I don't know the right way.
That happens with me all the time. I'll get started and then switch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem because, you know, I think for us, you know, that's why I love our Thursday shows, where we do the gameplay, because I'll stack like 3, 4, 5 games into a night, you know what I'm saying? And at least start them, you know what I'm saying? And then I can kind of see if it's a game that I want to add to my backlog and kind of hop back into when I'm done, or just be like, that was cool, but I'm not hopping back in. You know, we started Mouse PI for Hire, game is fire, but like I'm just finished up Replace, because we're gonna review that. So that should be up soon. But you know, now we got Aphelion that they sent us that I'm gonna stream it on Thursday. I don't know if I'm gonna do full review right now or not, but like depends on how long the game is. But you know, there's just so much good shit, man. There's just so much fun, good shit coming. And again, if we want to narrow it down to, you know, our neck of the woods, and you just think about Game Pass and what it's providing, man, bro, we got games for days, man. It's games for days, bro. Like, it's just, and it's good shit, not some, like, the way they try to frame it, like we don't have high quality stuff. Like, yo, Xbox, when they raised that price, they said that they were gonna up the amount of games, the quality of the games, and goddamn it, have they done it. Now they've lowered the price of Game Pass, so I'm hoping that they don't lower anything else and they just keep it rocking. But man, do we have so much goodness in gaming right now. It's crazy.
I saw the list for May right now that they've announced. There's 10 day ones in May.
Oh, Jesus. Well, at least our Thursday night will be stacked. That's why I get all my new gaming in, and then everything else I'm just trying to catch up on reviews.
You could be a full-time streamer and still wouldn't have enough time to play all these games coming out.
So I'm actually back on Expedition 33 again.
Yeah,
you're on Expedition. I was so tempted because I'm part of the like the creator.
They did a small anniversary update for it last week.
Well, they have this thing where if I stream the game for 2 hours, I'll get a plushie of the
SKA?
big, him.
I want one of those. I want to get one of those.
Yeah, if I stream the game for 2 hours, I would get it.
How do I get that deal?
No, it's for creator. Like it's for us. Maybe I'll get it and hook you up, but I got to do the stream for 2 hours. That's the problem. I don't got 2 hours, man.
It's easy to do.
I will have to do it on Thursday and start early.
What do they call the first part? The prologue is about an hour and 15 minutes in itself. And
yeah, well, I mean, I'm way far in that game. I feel like I'm almost towards the end, but I still haven't beat it. So 2 hours playing it would be a good excuse to do that. It's just
that was me. Like, when I played it, I played through the story and I did a couple little side missions, and now I'm going back trying to level. I figured out that my characters aren't leveled up anywhere near enough to actually fight the bigger guys, so I'm trying to re-level them up some more.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's crazy. Just so much. Like, there's no way you can complain about gaming right now. Like, it just is what it is. We got the homie JD Gamer in the building. My dude, thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Says, one of the things I love best about Asha is that she's got these ponies out here scared to spread their rumors and lies. She be smacking them down. Facts. Big facts. And you got to respect that, right? Like, she's not waiting to be like, oh, should we put a message out there? Should we say something? No. Like, they're literally, if somebody says something crazy that, somebody of any stature, even, I don't know, she'd be like talking to random people. Like, I was like, somebody said they bought an Xbox and she was like, fuck yeah, or some shit. And it was like this tiny account. I was like, who the fuck? Like,
that's a weird story right now. Because now it's going out that the guy used a borrowed picture from Google, they traced it back to Google Images, found out that it wasn't his.
I bet. Yeah, I mean, look, it's obviously is the cool thing, right? We saw the opposite happen in the past, which this has to be proof that things are going in the right direction, right? If people are pretending to buy Xboxes as opposed to when they were pretending to sell their Xboxes.
I went to Best Buy last weekend. There was a guy walking out with one.
That's it. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's working, bro. It's working. Whatever it is. Again, I think it's less about the actual thing that's happening and more of just about the fact that this change is so evident. Like people can feel the difference of what's going on at Xbox right now. Like if you're paying any type of attention, you could just feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like she's changing the game over here.
I think what's happening with the Xbox brand as a whole with Asha is that we're getting the type of attitude and energy that we thought we would get post ABK acquisition.
Facts.
And it's not like the energy was bad after the ABK acquisition. It never changed. It was just status quo. Like, oh, we have them. We're just going to keep on chugging along the same way that we were. So nothing changed from pre-acquisition to post-acquisition. They just kind of kept doing the same thing. Versus now it's like, we are Xbox and we're going to let you know it. We're going to start emphasizing our hardware more. We're going to start, emphasizing our games more, our presence. And we're going to start really laying ourselves, hard on the media and anybody who wants to talk shit about us. And if you got a problem with it, see me, Asha. So I think that's just the big difference is that they're acting like they have what they have instead of being timid.
I agree. I think that's a really a huge change where she's like, why are we acting like little bitches? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's come out here and just say what it is. Let's just say what we're doing. Why do we have to be afraid? Let's fucking say it because what they're doing is dope. And that is the reality of where we are right now. All right. I see Duke Togo in the building. What's up, man? Night of Cypher. What's going on, man? Retro Gamer 89 with that PlayStation is cooked. Yo, they burnt. They toasty right now.
They might be beyond cooked.
Facts. Yes, Duke. Yo, I be seeing it. It be crazy. It's a bug. Fuck yourself. It's a bug. Yo, they're so down, bro. They're so sad right now that another negative thing is happening to them. And they got 0 up. They got 0 up, 0 positives, all negatives all day. All negatives all day. Nothing positive. Thank you, my love. It's crazy, but it's so true. Sucks to be them, man.
Where do they go from here? Like, I mean, I'm just looking at 2026. Where did like, I don't see Wolverine selling so well that it saves their 2026. Like, I don't see it. And then I don't see what's coming in 2027 that gives them a brighter outlook.
Honestly,
I don't see Wolverine doing Spider-Man numbers. No, definitely not that.
No, I mean, let's be clear. Like, Wolverine is nowhere near the level of popularity as Spider-Man, right? Like, let's just kind of call a spade, right? Like, he's made movies with Hugh Jackman that were popular, yes, but like in the world of superhero characters, Wolverine is not on Spider-Man's level. I mean, it's just the reality of what it is.
It's like he's been around forever. I like
Wolverine, but
he's been around forever, but really it wasn't until the movies where people were like, "Oh, Wolverine, what?"
Exactly. So, and most recently, the Deadpool and Wolverine movie kind of hyped it up, but then kind of went away again. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see if they can at least match like at least match the magic of the 360 Wolverine. Because if they could do that, then at least it'll be a fun game. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm worried about is, are they gonna Sony this bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna fuck it up by turning it into a sad dad fucking walking simulator with knives?
That's one thing we don't know is the story yet.
Yeah, and it being a rated M game, rated M games typically don't sell as well as a rated T game like a Spider-Man would. So, you know, in those other markets where they're a little bit more strict on those titles. So does it hit 10 million? Is 10 million even enough to make up for where the other studios fell short, you know, this year? You know, like the losses they're going to take on Marathon, because Marathon seems to be continuing to go down as far as player engagement. So it's like, is Wolverine the game that saves their 2026? Can their 2026 be saved? I mean, they closed Blue Point this year. I mean, it's
facts,
you know, and that's like a storied studio. It's been around for quite a long time,
and it wasn't even like they didn't even let them make a game.
Yeah,
like after purchase, they did nothing.
Yeah, they did something before purchase, but post purchase, they literally did nothing for PlayStation.
Literally nothing. So yeah, it's not looking good. Your original thing is, where do they go? I don't think there's anywhere for them to go. There's nothing exciting for them to do. When is another God of War going to come out? The trilogy? What's that? That looks like it just got announced. Like what, next year, or is it going to be the year after that? I mean, who knows what that's going to be?
And are they going to do one game at a time, do all three of them together?
And the thing is, the people that love the God of War trilogy are not the same people that love God of War 2018. There are people, there is some crossover and overlap, but those are two different Kratoses. That, you know, a lot of people who jumped in 2018 don't know that Kratos, and they may not like that Kratos. So they might like Sad Dad.
Like I say, for what I understand about the old God of War games, he was kind of a player.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even about a player. He was just fucking whoever he could, and that was the end of it. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's going to be a fundamental question for PlayStation to, I guess, I don't know. Does PlayStation need to say anything? Because I don't think any fucking ponies are asking. I've seen one or two. Nobody's asking for anything from PlayStation
because they don't want their games. That's the thing. If people wanted their games, they would be asking, but nobody wants their games, so nobody is asking.
I mean, fuck, man, it's hard to argue with that. With it's fucking like, they're literally true. Like, no one is asking. No one's out here saying, Sony, hey, can you make this game? Can you make something? No. The only thing you see are people asking Xbox for Xbox games to come to PlayStation.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, from the Sony diehard, all I see them do is say, that's what you get, Sony, for not making the games that I want you to make when the game flops. But then when the games come out that they want, like a Soros or you know, I don't know what else is coming. Ghost of Yotei.
They don't want that shit, dog.
It doesn't sell also. Like I'm not saying it does terrible, but it's not like, it's nothing that Sony is, you know, beating their chest over either. So it's, you know, they're putting the company in this like very weird space where you tell them what you want, but what you want doesn't get supported, and then what they need doesn't get supported either, because y'all are just haters because y'all want games that nobody wants.
The published games, they've got Marvel Tokon coming. I think Phantom Blade. I don't know if Phantom Blade Zero is a published game by them or it's just their game.
No, it's like that's like a second party deal, pretty much.
Like I think it's a China Hero.
Yeah, so like it'll eventually make it to other platforms.
It's when it launches day one on PC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll eventually make it everywhere, but you know, it's like Sony has, you know, a little bit of time exclusivity with it as far as the consoles go.
And speaking of the three fighters, doesn't Invincible come out this week?
Maybe. I know it had a beta a couple weeks ago.
I think Invincible Versus comes out. I think it comes out this week.
I mean, that's pretty positive. I mean, it's possible. Did you guys fuck with that game?
I'm not a 3v3 fighter. I'm not a 3v3 fighter person.
Yeah, and Tokon's not gonna sell big numbers. Fighting games typically are like in the 3 to 5 million range if it's a really good one.
The only thing going for them is it's Marvel, so it's probably hoping to ride a paid Rivals game.
Even if you look at like Capcom versus Marvel 2, which is like one of the better selling ones, like it didn't hit like 10 or anything like that. Like it sold well, but it's not like this blockbuster sales.
Yeah, I think Street Fighter 6 hit like 5 or 6 million.
Yeah, like it's like 3 to 5 is the normal for a really good fighter game. They just don't, it's kind of a smaller. There's no blockbuster fighter game where it's like 10 to 20 million copies sold, and that's kind of what they need with the way that some of the other games have gone this year. Like Soros is probably gonna flop. No one's talking about Soros. They can throw that 88 or 89 Metacritic around all they want. PlayStation players aren't excited,
and they will.
Yeah, but the players aren't excited for it. It's like Astrobot. Astrobot had like a 90 Metacritic. Nobody played it.
94, I think.
Yeah, nobody.
I think on OpenCritic, Soros is still hitting like a 91, 92.
I mean, I think the problem is it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter, and like that's the thing. Like I feel like at the end of the day, like no matter what is released over there, they just don't care because they're just genuinely not exciting games. It doesn't mean that they're broken games. It doesn't mean that someone somewhere wouldn't think it was their game of the year or whatever the case is. But they just lost that sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like that little something that made the games a little more exciting, right? Like Ghost of Tsushima, when I first saw that game, I immediately was like, man, that's something special. That looks different. Now, when I played it for a while. It took me 4 years to beat it. I did beat it. But it's like it turned out it was okay. It was fine. But like it made me want to play it from seeing it. And they've lost that ability to do. Like, I don't remember the last time I saw something from them that made me say I have to do it. And that's all the way back from Spider-Man, Ragnarok, Horizon. Literally none of the games that they've shown me made me say I have to. I was buying them because of my normal routine before, which is like I have a PlayStation, so let me buy these games. But after Spider-Man 2, it was all no more. I'm done.
I did a post last week because it's one of those things. I'm not sure how much faith PlayStation actually has in the game. So, with Spider-Man 2, they had a collector's edition, a console, plates, and a controller. Astrobot came with 2 controllers. They had 2 controllers. Death Stranding 2, collector's edition, controller. Ghost of Yotei, collector's edition, console plates, 2 versions of the console, gold and black. Marathon, controller, headset, collector's edition. Soros, nothing.
And I think part of why PlayStation might be struggling is that they kind of are missing a little bit of that social element where like people like are talking about what they're playing. I'm not talking about like on like Twitter. I'm just talking about like in your chat. Like you don't have people that are playing different games saying, hey, you should check this out. Hey, check that out. I think the Xbox experience, because of like Game Pass and other things like that, like people are playing different games and we're talking to each other about different games that we're playing. I don't think that's the case over there. I think you buy what you play, and if you buy a Call of Duty or you invest in a season of Fortnite, that might be the only thing you're playing. Or you buy a Madden, that might be the only thing you're playing. So you're not talking to anybody else about something different. You're just playing that game that you invested, $100 in, or
And like I said, that list that had Marathon number 1 on Xbox for most hours or whatever. So the list for PlayStation was Path of Exile, a free game, was number 1. Neverwinter, a free PS4 game, was number 2 in Starfield.
Mm-hmm. So, I think there's a lack of connection with other gamers that prevents discovery from taking place, and the investment of like, do I really want to spend money on this for a game? Even if the game looks cool and you thought about it, you don't know anybody who's played it, so you might not buy it.
Yeah, and I've seen on Twitter several guys playing Sorrows in early access.
Yeah.
Have you? Because I haven't seen anybody.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
But the people on Twitter are your hardcores. We're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like P-Rock and guys like that are on there playing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to imagine
they just got distracted.
They also play Returnal.
They also got distracted today with a lot of other things they had to protect.
Yeah, they play Returnal. Returnal, I think, only sold like 700,000. I think
it sold
500,000 into PC.
I think it was like 1 million overall.
Yeah. So what does that mean for Sorrows?
I think Sorrows will do better.
Why?
What's better?
I don't know. Let's rephrase. People make it sound like we're talking like we want this stuff to fail. We don't want it to fail.
No.
I wish it was exciting, but it's not. So now that I know it's not exciting,
I see people when they're doing the describing on it, they're saying it's an easier Returnal.
Yes, but that doesn't make it a better game. The problem with Returnal wasn't that it was hard. It was that it was fucking Returnal. Like, just the fucking game itself just is not exciting. Like, it's just I don't know. Like, that's some shit that they could have done. And again, like, to be clear, it might sound a little maybe hypocritical, so I want to be clear with what I'm saying. If PlayStation was dropping 4 games this year and Sorrows was one of them, it's like, okay, cool. It's a little side thing. It's a little weird, a little different, but you got your main bangers this year. And if you want to dive into this one, cool. But that's not the case. There's 2 games coming out this year. You're starting the year with Sorrows, and then sure, Wolverine, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. We don't know. But like that's it. Sorrows is your game for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem.
They have other games, but we don't care about them.
Wolverine will be a highly rated game. I think it's going to be in the high 80s, low 90s, just because that's what these games seem to get for them.
Oh, I think it'll rate extremely well. It's just a matter of like, it's just the sales and the fact that game got hacked and they had to kind of redo that game from scratch, like adding another year or 2 of development on top of it. Like, that's extra cost on top of licensing fees. Like, can that game be successful under those pretenses? Like, even if the game sells well, does it sell well enough to make up for everything the game had to go through to make it across the finish line?
I mean, for me, my best case scenario is whenever they finally show us Wolverine again, like the actual game, I look at it and say, holy shit, that looks fucking amazing. They actually upgraded it. It looks next gen. Fuck, I might have to go scoop that up. Right? That's, for me, best case scenario. I want that to happen. I want it to happen. I don't want the shit to fail. I want it to be amazing, but I'm not gonna pretend it's amazing just because it's a game that they finally decided to release. They have to impress me, man. And I'm not easily impressed with PlayStation anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like Kiln, right? Kiln is dope. If Kiln was the only first-party game we were getting this year, I would be like, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, the game's dope, but it's not a main course. It's an addition to. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the main courses, Fable, Gears, Halo, Forza. Those are 4 main courses for this year. Whatever else drops, it's side dishes, it's desserts, it's extra.
Yeah, it gets to hold you off until Forza comes out in a couple weeks.
Exactly.
It's one of the things I don't. People who see the early stuff, I don't know how to react with, but listened to some guys who have seen the early things for Modern Warfare 4. They're saying it looks really good.
I mean,
I know how you feel about
Call
COD.
of Duty.
I know
You know
how
what
you
I'm saying. Like, sure, I'm sure it does. We'll see it when it comes out. We'll see if this is going to be a,
and it's
you
also,
know,
it's
a
also
Black Ops 6 or a Black Ops 7. Which way is it going to go?
It's also current gen only, so they can actually do a little more with it.
Great. I hope that is going to be phenomenal. We'll see. I mean, it's Call of Duty. Like, there's very little.
There's so much you can do with it.
Yeah. I hope being full current gen, they're going to flex muscles that we didn't know they had. We will see. That's really what it comes down to. But I can tell you right now, if I was a betting man, I would bet that it is in fact going to look great. They seem to be doing the same thing. They very rarely have a 2-year back-to-back with a problem. Normally is good, bad, so they're definitely on the good one, right? So this should be their Black Ops 6.
These were the first years they did back-to-backs, wasn't it? Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and then Black Ops 6 and 7. Exactly. I'm not exact. The earliest I remember actually delving. I played I didn't play a lot of the earlier Call of Duties. The last one I remember playing, the oldest one I remember playing was not Vanguard, but the World War II one before that. The actual one titled World War II.
I think it was called World War II.
Yeah, that was the one I started on mainly. Before that, I was just doing campaigns, so I wasn't really doing multiplayers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I'm definitely intrigued to see what the rest of this year is going to look like on all fronts. And again, we know the titles for our games that are coming, but aside from, Horizon, and obviously, like, we saw some Fable, we saw some Halo, we haven't seen anything from Gears. So, we're getting Gears as the main event on Summer Showcase. I'm sure there'll be a Halo spotlight there. I'm sure we're going to see a Fable spotlight there. Obviously, we've seen a shit ton of Horizon. That drops next month. And then just in general, across the industry, there's other games coming out. Grand Theft, are we going to see it this summer? Or are they going to just let it be fucking month before it drops that they set the world on fire with another trailer? We don't know.
As we said before, my most anticipated this year isn't even on any of those lists.
I mean, that's the thing. Everybody has different tastes. So
I want to know when they're going to release Star Wars Galactic Racer.
Well, I'm assuming come this summer, a lot of our answers. A lot of our questions are going to be answered, right? We'll have a good idea of what's to come by the end of the summer, right? So between Summer Games Fest and Gamescom and all that shit,
that Blood of the Dawn. You say, I don't know if you watched the show. That Blood of the Dawn Walker got its release date.
Yeah, I saw September or some shit.
3rd. Right next to Phantom Blade Zero.
I forgot that game fucking existed. Then what's that other one? Grief Spiders got shut down.
Yeah, I saw that.
The people who made Greedfall and all that other shit. That sucks,
It's tough business.
Oh, J Shock Glass in the building. What's up, fam? He said Lego Batman. Woo!
I've got it on order. And you've also got the show from last week, the Black Flag Resynced.
Yep. Black Flag Resynced. That's gonna be fine.
Or the collector's edition for that one.
I gotta get me Lego Batman. That's
already pre-ordered. Crazy. As soon as they announced that and they made it available, I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, that's gonna be money. I gotta tell you though, Replaced definitely scratched my Batman itch. I don't know if you've the combat in Replaced is 2D Batman, bro. Oh my god, it's so
pretty good. I haven't made it super far, but it is pretty good. I haven't got to the point where the gun is a gun yet. Yeah,
so the gun is never it's never gonna be a gun where you're just popping off. It's it's always gonna be build it up and then use it as your special shot. There is a point later on that you do unlock the ability after charging it up a certain amount to get multiple shots, so you can kind of like do like 5 or 6 shots, pop off and kill a bunch of people, which is definitely useful because fighting combat gets crazy later. Like just they send everybody at you at the same time. So you got the big mechs that you got to break their shield. You got the dudes holding the shields. You got dudes shooting you. You got these ninja dudes that you can't hit unless you block, unless you parry them 3 times. Then you can hit them, and they're all coming at you at the same time. Yo, shit gets crazy. Those shots come in handy big time. But yeah, it's man. Replace did it though. Replace gave me what I was looking for. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Lego Batman handles combat, and see how that all works out.
007 has kind of got lost in the mix. Like, people aren't really talking about it.
007. I gotta be honest with you. I said it. My reaction was my reaction. Like, I'm not.
I can't.
People think that I'd be hating on shit or that I don't. We talked about so much already. How we don't have time, right? We don't have time. It's like, yo, my backlog's crazy. There's so many games. I don't have time to force myself to be interested in something that I'm not interested in. I was really excited for 007 before I saw it.
Yeah.
And it just let me down visually. It just doesn't look good. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like a shit game or something like that, but I'm looking for shit to blow me away in some way, shape, or form. Something has to captivate me. Something has to blow me away to make me want to do it. And obviously, unless they're sending it to me for a review or something, that's different. Obviously, then I'll hop in and see what it is. But like, if I'm going on my own, spending my own money, that's IO, right? Yeah. Spending my own money, taking my time to play these games is because I'm fucking excited for it. I got to be pumped for it. It's not just, new game came out, I must enjoy it and play it. Like, nah, it's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Are you guys pumped for or 007? I don't know if you.
I canceled my pre-order.
I will check it out. It won't be a day one game for me. You said, it's really tough because there's, like you said, there's so many games out. You're subscribed to, multiple sub services. There's all these deals on games that you forgot to play. And it's like, I can get this game for this price now, and I can finally jump into it. It's a very competitive space right now. And when you look at, 007, does it blow you away? No. Does it look good? Yes. It looks like something that
it's Hitman
8 months after release, you might get it in Game Pass. So it's like, if I don't need to play it day one, I can wait for a sale, or I can see if it'll land in my Game Pass. And it kind of sucks that it works that way for a game like that, but it's a very competitive space. And I mean, I know I'm buying somewhere between 10 to 15 games a year. It's just a matter of like, does it capture me to the point where it's like I need to stop what I'm playing now or stop what I'm doing now to play this game when it launches?
I did pre-order the premium upgrade for Forza 6.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that, man. I think that's the biggest hurdle. Like we don't owe anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not supposed to buy the next game or do any of that shit, man. Like, they have to surprise and delight us, right?
Yeah.
They have to do that. And look, I mean, if they think that surprising and delighting us is making games that are the same shit as they were last generation, just in 4K, for some people that's going to be fine. For me, it's not. And it's not that I wouldn't like it, right? That's the problem. It's not that if that game came out in Game Pass day one and I jumped in and played it, I might love the game. But this is not fucking a charity. I'm not here to try with my dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be so excited for something to be like, okay, I'll spend my money. Like Crimson Desert, I bought the collector's edition. I barely played it, but I've played it. Like I enjoy every moment that I play, but I have no interest in like rushing through it. I'm just playing everything that I have to play and then using that as my, in betweens. But it's like I spent, what 250 or I don't know how much is the 250 right for the collector's edition.
So I hate to use the analogy.
The collector's edition for Crimson Desert was 400.
Yeah, like I hate to use the analogy, but it's kind of like going to the movies. Like you hate to go to a movie and you pay for the movie, you get your popcorn, your butter, your drinks. You pay close to $100 if you go with two people nowadays, and you sit down and the movie sucks.
Facts.
You hate for that to happen.
Facts.
So it's like
that's why we got a subscription to movies now. I got A-list with AMC, baby. Your boy sees.
I've got it for Regal. I've got it for Regal.
Yeah, so
it's a must.
There's a movie this weekend I think I might actually go see too.
So we're kind of in that space with games. There's so many games coming out. You already have an idea of like what you like. And it's it's tough to get your dollar on things that, unless you're really excited for it, to go away from what you already know you love, especially when nowadays most of the games that we really love have some sort of live service component to where we get to keep kind of playing it forever.
Facts.
The last half of this year is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
And dude, like I'm still waiting for Onimusha. That shit looks so fire. Capcom fucking. And that's coming in this year. I thought it was next year, but
like I said, they threw a rumor out saying there might be movement at next year because they've already released 2. But then I think they squashed that.
They just put out a fucking post that said we did this one, and we still got this one.
Yeah.
So
as I said, there was a rumor flying out, but they squashed it.
Yeah. That's really a I mean, there's just so much stuff, man. It's so much, and then you got fucking the elephant in the room, Grand Theft Auto, man. Like, even if it's not something that you are particularly excited for, the world is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. like just call a spade.
GTA coming out,
like that's coming out. That's gonna be a fucking meteor crashing into the earth. Regardless of where you sit on it, you're gonna feel the effect. You're gonna want to talk about something else, and nobody else is gonna. They're all gonna be talking about Grand Theft. You're gonna see videos. Twitter is going to be nothing but fucking everything that is found in Grand Theft for months, bro. Months.
Yeah, think about it. Like Grand Theft coming out, people know that once that game comes out, I know I'm not playing anything else. I know that's the only game I'm playing. There's some people that's like, hey, when Gears of War E-Day comes out, I know that's the only thing I'm playing because it has a multiplayer mode. I know that's the only thing I'm playing. There are people, hey, when Fable comes out, that's the only thing I'm playing. When Madden comes out, that's all. It just makes it really tough for a lot of these games.
I guess I'm one of the few. Like, I don't really care for GTA.
Yeah, but the thing is, people have their game that they know that once that game comes out, they know they're not really playing anything else, and it makes it tough to buy anything after that game comes out, or even before. Like, well, I'm gonna buy this game when Grand Theft Auto is coming out a month later. I'll just play what I'm already playing. GTA comes out, I play that the rest of the year. That's how some people think.
No, if you give me a collector's edition with that girl in the gold dress, maybe.
Fucking guy. That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
Oh, we know there's going to be a collector's edition.
Yeah, of course. And I'll be buying it regardless of what it is, because I am a fan of Grand Theft.
So I bought GTA 5 for one reason. It was on sale. It was on sale at Amazon for $15, and they give you a $15 instant Amazon credit. So basically, it was free.
Well, it was also in Game Pass too. So now you know.
Yeah. Well, it's been in and out of Game Pass.
If you just wait like 13 years, Grand Theft Auto 6 will be in Game Pass too. You know what I'm saying?
GTA 5 has been in Game Pass, probably 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, but it was like 13 years later or 10 years later or whatever fucking long-ass time ago.
I think I had like a total of an hour in GTA 5.
Oh, wow. You didn't even beat the story?
Like I said, and the only reason I got the hour in GTA 5 is because you remember when Xbox Quest used to have the play this game for an hour or play it to get this achievement or something like that. That's when I played it.
That's wild. That's wild. Well, all right. I think we should probably start the show. You know what I'm saying? We've been going for quite a while. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to get things started. I do have it queued up here. We're going to start with Asha and the interview that took place literally the day after we broke down the memo she put out. So I just got my chapter. Let me get this.
I'll do this one story that should put us probably around the midnight time frame. Then I'll hop off.
All right. So it is the Asha interview. That's right. Guys, we went ahead and had an entire conversation the day before this interview dropped where we talked about how her memo had so many things in there that were real. She talked about the good, she talked about the bad and everything she wants to do. Well, now that interview has been broken down. Okay. Now, where is it? Well, that actually it wasn't an interview. It was a memo she put out, and then there was an interview done. In that interview, if I can fucking find it, what the hell is it?
See, is Asha is Matt that big or is Asha that small? You met her.
She's that small. She is a tiny one. So yeah, she's definitely short.
So you're actually
Napoleon complex never hurt.
Yeah, I am.
We need somebody who wants to take over the world.
She does. She does. It's the truth. It's the truth. All right, so let's hop right into it. This is a Steven Totilo exclusive interview she did, and he does break up, like he asks deeper into the little segments that she broke things up into, and we get some more answers, and I think it's definitely worth diving into. So it says the big things that we're thinking about in an exclusive interview with GameFile, newish Xbox boss Asha Sharma and Xbox chief content officer Matt Booty explain their vision for Microsoft's gaming division. In a memo, in a memo to Microsoft's video game team yesterday, the company's new CEO of Xbox, Asha Sharma, along with Xbox chief content officer Matt Booty, laid out some goals. The Xbox platform, quote, will be built to be affordable, personal, and open, they wrote. Their team will be called Xbox again, dropping the Microsoft gaming moniker of recent years. That Xbox team would, among other things, work to fortify Game Pass with sustainable economics, strengthen our 5-year slate of games, and stabilize Gen 9, their Xbox Series consoles, as a healthy and high-quality base. The memo even briefly addressed some of the biggest questions around Xbox since Microsoft announced in February that Sharma will be replacing Phil Spencer, Xbox's boss of the past 12 years. Whether to continue Microsoft's recent effort to bring more Xbox PC-centric games and franchises to rival PlayStation. The Xbox team will reevaluate our approach to exclusivity, windowing, and AI, and share more as we learn and decide. End the quote. So what's that all mean? And this question is what we asked when we went through it, and we gave our best ideas of what was meant by the words that they said. Well, now we have the actual answers directly from them. So this is from a video call with Sharma and Booty that Steven Totilo did. Okay. Fortifying Game Pass. Sharma told me meant that, okay, so fortifying Game Pass meant that, quote, to grow a subscription business, You need more players who love the subscription, that are staying longer, and that are happy. Which, I mean, shit. I don't know how you can't be, but sure. She pointed to Monday's announcement of a price reduction on the recently price hiked Game Pass subscription service. With that came the change that new Call of Duty games will now be excluded from the service until they're out for a year. You know what's funny? You brought up Call of Duty, right? A little earlier, Modern Warfare 4, right? And you said that people said it was great. And it's funny because now that I know it's not in Game Pass, I immediately became indifferent to it. Ain't that some shit? Like, I'm kind of like, all right, well, it don't matter. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad, whatever it is, it'll be fine. Like, it's crazy how quick that took place. That being said, remember, she is paying for our Call of Duty with the savings that we get from the new price, if you so choose to buy Call of Duty. Quote, we think that this decision is going to give us all three of those, she said. And by those three is more players who love the subscription, stay longer, and are happy. Sharma's desire for Game Pass subscribers to stay longer suggests to me that, however many people as Call of Duty may have brought in when Black Ops 6 launched in 2024, those new subscribers just might not have stuck around. And that's a true thing, right? Like, it might be exciting to get a whole bunch of subscribers, to watch to play a certain game, right? So it feels really cool. Like, oh my God, look at everybody coming in. But it's like, once they finish that game and they're done with it, that was just their cheap way of playing the game they wanted to get, right? Like, they paid $30 instead of 60 or 70, whatever the price was, and they got to play the game, and then they unsubbed, right? We've been thinking about Game Pass in two steps, she said. One is just, let's make sure it's affordable, which we addressed. The second is, what does value look like 8 years later after the advent of Game Pass and the world changing around us and the next generation coming online? And so we're exploring a number of different things. And then he put here, shortly after we spoke, one of those explorations appeared to leak, per The Verge, a 50-game Game Pass Starter Edition bundled with Discord's Nitro service, which, again, we kind of dove into, which is just a smart way of having like these other services pimping your shit, right? So this is what we believe is going to be the Netflix deal as well, right? What it looks like is Netflix is going to have their own starter edition or whatever that will allow people who subscribe to Netflix to tab over to the games tab and get a, curated list of Xbox games and Game Pass, which is genius, right? Very smart thing to do. All right, now this is the other thing that she said in that memo. Strengthening the 5-year slate. Well, before, just because there's a lot to go over, so I just want to make sure. Fortifying Game Pass, is that what you guys kind of believed it was when you first saw the memo? Like, does it make sense to you? Does it check out what she's saying?
Yeah, because like you said, they got an influx of Call of Duty subs when Call of Duty popped in, but how many of them actually stayed? So you got to find a way to keep those people in. That's the way it grows and makes money. So you can always have the base, but if you're not gaining anybody, you're not getting anything more.
100%. Frau, same.
Yeah, I agree. I was just when you said that, I just popped in my head. I'm like, I was just curious how many Discord Nitro subscribers there are.
Discord Nitro. How many are there?
I don't know. I'm looking up. 7.3 million worldwide.
Okay, so as of mid last year.
Yeah. So like if let's say what I say most are on PC and other devices.
Yeah.
So you're talking
Nitro is a server type, more server intense side.
But the point I'm saying is like if that deal with Nitro goes through and they all become base tier Game Pass subscribers, you're probably adding somewhere between like 3 to 5 million Game Pass subscribers to your, kind of like EA Access. EA Access added to their subscriber count by joining Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
So
agreed. But what happens when you take that idea? So yeah, sure, you're bringing that 7 mil into the fold. There's 7 million people who now technically subscribe to a Game Pass, situation. What happens when you take that to Netflix?
Yeah, then you quickly get to your 100 million. But I don't think the 100 million is the thing that matters in that instance. It's the fact that those people now get accustomed to using Game Pass. So even like when they hop on a different device or something like that and they want to play a game, if they're not a gamer, they're like, oh, I'll just go to my Game Pass account because I already have 50 games. If I'm a person that's not a gamer but I have Netflix and I decide that I want to get into gaming, I'm most likely going to get an Xbox now because I already have 50 games because I have Netflix. Like I'm starting off with 50 games when I get this console versus a different console. And I think that's kind of the bigger play there, because I don't know how much of a revenue split they'll get from a Discord or a Netflix and that type of deal. I don't know how beneficial it is as far as like revenue generation.
I mean, it's going to be something versus nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be something versus nothing.
You know
but I
what
just don't know how significant it is. But I think the bigger thing is that like those people from going forward, if they decide to get into gaming or if they decide to play cloud gaming or whatever, their first thing that's going to end up coming to their mind in a lot of cases, if they're not a gamer, is going to be Xbox. Or even if they are a gamer, it's going to be like, oh, I could do this. I might go Xbox now. Like it just changes the way people think when it's associated with services they already know, love, and are comfortable with.
Yeah, the other thing you need to look at too is 100%. I'm guessing if they're including it with Discord and Nitro, there's probably not going to be a price increase. Just trying to figure out how Xbox is making money out of it. Just get a split of whatever.
I mean, you gotta, as much as we want to look at, what
it doesn't really concern us on that
Xbox, side. Discord wants more people to subscribe to Nitro, right? Yeah. So an add-on value. It's the same thing like how we got Fortnite, right? Fortnite is making money off the deal. Like nobody is questioning whether or not Epic is getting paid for putting their subscription into Game Pass, right?
Yeah, they're getting something.
They're just doing the same thing that Epic did with Game Pass. Game Pass will do to another service. They're taking them as themselves and putting them into another service, and that service is going to pay them for the ability to do that right now. It's going to be a small number per person. They're not getting the $20 or $30. It's only 50 games, you know what I'm saying? So even if it's $1 or $2, right, that's still $7, even if it's less, right? If they want to go way less than that and do a 50 cents or whatever it is, you're talking still multiple millions of dollars that they're going to have, just based off of Discord, on a monthly basis, right? Let alone, if they go to Netflix, right? And when that happens, right? And if they go to HBO or to the thing is that there's no need to stop at one place, right? They can be the Netflix, right? Netflix is on every device, right? Game Pass is going to be on every device. It should be in every service as well. Just this small version, right? It gives your customers a way to game and not leave your ecosystem, right? Because Game Pass is not the only one trying to get people not to unsubscribe, right? Yeah. Every service is doing the same thing. So this is a value add, right, to their subscribers, and that's the goal. Now the beauty is you get into one of these places their efforts in retention are automatically going to help boost your numbers in retention, because since they keep their people, that means you keep those subscribers to your Game Pass starter edition, right?
I was looking at Nitro's $10 a month.
Yeah, so you know, you gotta remember what Nitro offers is not, it's all made up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not shit that costs a crazy amount of money for them to do. It's just their way to make people spend some extra money to give them shit that doesn't cost them any money to produce. You know what I'm saying? Like
more emotes, like
being
able to upload larger videos and pictures into the server. Like,
exactly. Which is nothing that's going to be like, oh my God, there's my $10. Like, no, it is not how it works. So, so Xbox will get their cut, and that's a huge benefit to them. All right, let's continue on. So, the next one is strengthening the 5-year slate. Booty told me meant building on some fundamentals for Xbox's games and game studios. Predictable cadence, robust roadmap, and aim for quality. Now, I mean, to the outside person, when you hear that, you know, it's a little confusing to me, because like predictable cadence, I mean, dog, you got fucking 40 studios, right? Now, when he says predictable cadence, is it to us or to him? Like, do they want to know, like, predictable how many games they're going to have out, or do they want to be able to put a stamp like they tried, right? Remember, they said they were going to do one per quarter, right? So it's going to be 4 games a year. That was the goal. And last year we blew that out the water, right? We ended up with like 13 games or some shit like that. You know, this year we already have 6 games that we know for sure: the 4, Kiln, and Call of Duty, right?
I mean, having 3 publishers, each publisher should drop at least 3 games a year at minimum. 9 should be your floor.
I would say maybe, yeah, I agree with that. But if you want to leave room for buffering, 6, right? 2 each for 6 in a year is I think a fair number for. And maybe you and I are thinking of 2 different things, because I'm thinking of like more like core, like bigger type games. But I think you're talking about just releasing game, which I think makes like 9 is pretty doable.
DLCs and stuff like that.
Like between like live service updates, major live service updates,
that major expansions.
DLCs.
It should be at least 9 a year.
Agreed. I get behind that. And then again, like robust roadmap, like motherfucker, like how many? You have so many games in the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way that doesn't. That's already not there. And then aim for quality. They've been nailing it every time. So, Steven continues, says, I pressed him on whether Microsoft, which had recently seemed to solve its gaming drought problem, was aiming to improve game quality and create more bona fide Game of the Year contenders. Other game publishers keep claiming those trophies. I said, nailing those fundamentals, he said, could create the conditions for the lightning in the bottle of winning Game of the Year. So this is the thing. I think, realistically speaking, this idea of Game of the Year, we already know is kind of fucking bullshit, right? Like they give it to the stupidest fucking people sometimes. But also it's like there's plenty of good games that released in the year, not, you know, it was only one game of the year. So like the idea that Xbox should be, you know, stressing about Game of the Year is crazy. What they need to just make sure they do is that they make high quality game. Whatever comes from that, it is what it is. But the game needs to be quality in and of itself. Right. So that's basically what it is, right? So he kind of kept it pretty short with the strength in the 5-year slate. He's just basically letting us know, like they want to have a shit ton of games that are being made so that they can go ahead and have a predictable cadence of when games are going to come out, be able to know 5 years in advance. We already, that's what it's called, the 5-year slate. So they want 5 years worth of games always in production. So, does that mean that every game gets 5 years development time and it's just a revolving door, or that 5 years is going to be somebody releases a game today, but in 3 years they got another banger ready to go? Or is it somebody like Double Fine that, released Psychonauts? What was that? 2024?
Psychonauts 2 was 2020 or 2021, wasn't it?
Was it that far ago?
I think so.
God damn. There's no way. Is it really that far? That was a banger of a game.
You think about it, you got 40 studio. Yeah.
I mean, that's 8 games a year for 5 years.
Yeah.
2021.
You're not even factoring teams, because some studios have multiple teams. We're not even factoring in that again. So
100%. Well, look at fucking Obsidian. Obsidian has like 5 games.
And then we're not factoring in Xbox Global Publishing, which does things like Ninja Gaiden 4. And they could do 2 games a year with their global publishing deals like alone. So,
and we haven't heard one for this year, right?
No, we haven't heard one for this year from
which
Xbox
I
Global.
feel like come Showcase we will. I feel like Showcase will see whatever the next Ninja Gaiden is going to be, what, because we heard they're working with a whole shit ton of people. So it's just a matter of time before we find that out. Right. So I think that's going to be that's going to be dope to see, man. There was just so much, right? Fillmore Pocket says Activision, Elsewhere. I think it's Elsewhere, right?
Yeah, they're making an RPG, but that game, we probably shouldn't see that for another 2.5 years. I mean, the studio just started, so probably won't
well, they started 2 years ago now, right?
Whatever game that Toys for Bob is working with them on too.
Yeah, I think Toys for Bob I heard it might be Spyro. Who knows? But we'll see.
Good question. Ninja Theory. I see Duke Togo talking about Ninja Theory. I mean, listen, they were already working on stuff beforehand, but we heard that they got Hellblade 3 greenlit. So did that change their plans? Did they go ahead and just hop back into Hellblade? Are they doing that other stuff? Are they rolling in the other stuff into Hellblade? Because that seems like that's more likely.
Yeah. Hellblade 3 being the technical marvel of the Helix. Oof.
I would love for them to I would love for them to treat Ninja Theory as like the next, always like what's next coming, like what's next in their technical fucking
I will say I would like to see Ninja Theory get away from Hellblade, not because I don't like Hellblade, but because they made Heavenly Sword, and the combat they did with that was just so fast paced and unique. I would like to kind of get them to be able to kind of get back to making a game like that again. I don't know if they're large enough to do both, so maybe after Hellblade 3 we can kind of get them back in that range,
or they could just pivot Hellblade into something bigger than just the voices in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't think she could fight like that, but hey, who knows?
I mean, you get good with practice, and part 1 she wasn't that good. Part 2 she was way better, right? Way better at combat. So who knows? Part 3 she could fucking start dual wielding, start fucking bringing nunchucks and shit out. You don't fucking know. You don't know what she's sitting on. There's just so many options. I think that's the biggest thing, man.
Yeah.
All right, and what exactly did an effort to stabilize Gen 9 Xbox Series console involve? We have formed a team and we're investing in console features, Sharma said. We're standing up the muscle to make sure that all of our performance and reliability and quality is great. We are investing in it as a first-class experience again, and we want to make sure that all the players who want to be on Gen 9 are on Gen 9 with a great console with regular updates. That's good to hear, man, that they're literally just kind of, continuing to focus on building up the console that's out, because as we know, this is going to be the main console for the next 10 years, man. Like Project Helix is not going to be affordable, anytime soon for the mass market, right? So, Gen 9 is going to be their entry point. I mean, a lot of people's entry point in gaming. It's just what it's going to be. So it's smart, to reinvest heavily into the console. She teased that there were more updates coming, but they didn't want to get ahead of their announcements. I think that the Gen 9 is a great piece of hardware, and we want to make sure that gameplay and the platform experience is excellent. We know we just haven't invested as much there, and so we're getting back to that. That's cool to hear, right? Letting us know that it's happening. They're going to keep investing, which is dope. And for those hottest of topics, Sharma and Booty had no additional info to share with me about exclusivity. No calls made yet. Choices around Xbox's approach to exclusive games are, quote, long swinging decisions that have decade-long impact, quote, end quote, Sharma said. We'll take a data-driven approach and a strategic-driven approach, and then we'll look at our principles and we'll make some calls. So we'll share more when we're ready, she said. I specifically asked if they had a time frame for making a decision. Nothing we're ready to commit to, she said, pointing out that she was in her role for only about 60 days. She wasn't going to rush it. I want to make the right decision, not the fastest decision. So this is the thing. When I hear this puts me back on the they're not going to change shit when it comes to exclusivity. All games are going to go. I think her debate right now is just whether or not she's going to be doing anything timed, but it seems clear that they're going to just be putting everything everywhere. There's no way the data is going to show them that it's better to sell less copies.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I do, because I think the strategy is working. Like I know a lot of Xbox purists want to say that it's not working, but if you look at everything that's going on at PlayStation, they're in disarray for a reason, and a big part of that is what Xbox has been doing in the past couple of years, with putting the games on there, with disrupting their release cadence, because like, hey, there's always a big game or big content update. Like Starfield is going up against Soros this month. Like that hurts PlayStation. Like whether you like it or not, it hurts them. And then what's on the back end of Soros? Forza. Like there's always a big game, whether it's on PlayStation or off PlayStation, that is pulling people away from the PlayStation. And they're doing it in a lot of different ways. So I can't see them like fully abandoning it, like you say, but I do think we'll see more timed exclusivity. Maybe the pillars won't go over there. Maybe Halo doesn't. Maybe Gears doesn't. Maybe that might be the big change. But I can't see them. I can't see them like getting away from a strategy that, to my eyes, is working.
I mean, I'm on the same boat, right? I kind of feel the same way. I think that's just clear that it is working. And again, the fact that she's doing this, right now, for me, I like, if I'm going to be honest, I think that we're going to find out at Summer Showcase, right? Like that's when we're going to find out where they are. I know she says she doesn't have a time frame that they're looking to commit to. I can almost be certain in saying that the time frame is Summer Showcase. She wants to, if they're going to do something, they want to be able to show it there or say it there or announce it there. But
if they're gonna do it, which I'm like you guys, I don't see it happening. They need to decide what they're gonna do this year, because with Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable all coming out this year, it's gonna be you're putting the 4 pillars, and you're gonna say, oh yeah, they're all going to PlayStation. If you're gonna do any kind of timed exclusivity or anything like that, these are going to be the games to do them with.
So the problem is that Halo and Fable are already done. They're not going to unannounce anything, and they're not going to take back the money they already invested, right?
Well,
so
that doesn't, even if they invested the money, that doesn't mean they still can't lay it. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, they're not going. They're not going to.
It's not like games have been announced and then pulled.
Yeah, exactly. They already announced Fable going to PlayStation. They already announced Halo going to PlayStation, right? They already announced Forza going to PlayStation. The only one is Gears E-Day, but that's us being picky about Gears E-Day. The fact that they already announced, like they already brought over Gears, is kind of, it's like, why would you do that and then think that it makes sense to, not put the next one in at some point?
If she's going to do what she's calling a data-driven approach, you put out the 4 pillars this year, and they do well on PlayStation this year or whenever they release them. That's going to skew the data, because is Gears going to sell on PlayStation like Clockwork Revolution will, or Fable will?
Well, the thing is that if you're going to commit to a multi-platform strategy, you have to build a base over there. Like, you can't just.
Oh yeah.
So, like Starfield is over there and it's doing well because people are already familiar with Bethesda games over there. So some games are going to be an instant hit like Forza because everyone knows what Forza is, but other games you're going to have to build a base over there. It has to be a commitment. Yeah. So
some people say, like, kind of like what PlayStation did with theirs. Well, we're going to give you a taste, but the next one you got to come to us for. Like, okay, you're going to give them a taste this year, but damn it, if you want the next one in 6 years, you have to come to us. That's not, again. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying if they're going to do it, this would be the year to think about.
I mean, I can see it going either way, but I do think their multi-platform approach is working. So if they change it, they change it because they want to. But I mean,
I'm not saying they're not. I think they're stuck with what they're going to do now too. I'm just saying if they want to do it, this would be the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. This entire conversation about this though does not bode well for it in my eyes. Doesn't look like something that
I don't see it changing either.
I see it changing, but the changes aren't
nothing major.
Yeah, like maybe the cadence of how fast they go over or something might change, but I think there will be some changes. I'm not going to say nothing, but
you can also say you said that, well, we've already announced them for that.
Yeah,
Stellar Blade and Black Myth Wukong were originally scheduled to be on Xbox day one. They didn't happen.
Yeah. So I mean, I think
they were announced with the logo saying they're coming.
Yeah.
Well, they're not a first-party platform holder though, and if Xbox is going to put things over there, then the last thing you want to do is annoy them, right? Like let's call a spade. If your business plan includes porting your games over there, you're not gonna start fucking with them to be like, ha, now you come do it. Oh, it's only exclusive. Just kidding. It's coming over now that you haven't bought it or you haven't came over. Like, that's not gonna work. Like, it's, you just fucking put your games or don't, just whatever it is. I don't want like a case by case bullshit. I want something that we know will happen, so we don't have to fucking keep the conversations going with this bullshit.
Since we're talking about this too, I don't see them pulling logos either.
I mean, I can see. All right, so I'll bounce this off. If they're able to secure the Netflix and the Discord deal, it could be enough to say, well, we're getting this extra revenue from Discord and Netflix. We don't need PlayStation anymore. I mean, is that something that's possible? Who knows? But I know there's going to be some sort of changes. I just don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like I just don't see Xbox ever saying we don't need X customer anymore. I just don't see it because you know why? They still need them for Call of Duty. They still need them for Minecraft. They still need them for everything else that they have that is huge. So if you ever want something to be huge, if you take the data-driven, path, the data shows you that everything that's huge is everywhere.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
unless you have no ambition to make something huge, which I don't think Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable will fall into that. It's just I don't know. It just seems unlikely. But I don't want to go.
So they got 40 studios. They and they're a publisher. And like it or not, the console side does not have the base to support that many publishers for Xbox.
But the console and PC does. Console and PC combined does. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see. Look, do I think there'll be some changes? Sure. I kind of feel like the fact that she's talking about it so much is going to lead to something coming from it. Is it going to be what a lot of people want it to be? I don't think so. But we will see. All right, we'll continue on. A deliberate pace is what you might expect from the new leader of a sprawling gaming division that is responsible for Xbox, Halo, Call of Duty, Candy Crush, Minecraft, World of Warcraft, Fallout, Forza, and much more. But Sharma, with Booty, a 16-year Xbox veteran at her side, has made her mark quickly. All right, so we saw this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. I was curious if Sharma had been given a mandate when she took the job. I thought this was interesting to see kind of how it all came to be. The big things that we're thinking about are we want to make great games, she said, pointing out a Peabody Award win this week for South of Midnight. The release of Double Fine's multiplayer Pottery Brawler Kiln that day as well. The, quote, return of Xbox really came from an ethos of we have to restore the core. She was referring to a phrase she used in her note in late February when she introduced herself to her team in the gaming world. We have to restore the core fundamentals of our product and console. We have to restore the core and increase our strength on PC. We need to overhaul discovery and search, etc. Before taking the Xbox job, Sharma was a top executive at the startup Porch, then Meta and Instacart, then rejoined Microsoft in 2024 to run an AI team. She said she'd meet regularly with Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, and that during a session in his office, the possibility of the Xbox job came up. That's pretty interesting, right? That they were meeting for her other job, and he must have, I don't know, based off the conversations they had, he was like, she could probably do some amazing things over here, and that's wild. Quote, what he shared was, as we are looking out for 10 years, this is a very critical audience and category to the company. And we have one of the most incredible brands and portfolios in entertainment. And so he thought this would be a great opportunity for me to learn, a great opportunity for me to partner with Matt with my consumer background. He's obviously got long-standing history in content and gaming. Satya said that this was really important to the company's future. And so I thought that was an incredible experience. So like Satya was just talking to her and he is like, shit's not going the way I want it to go on Xbox right now. We need some new blood, and she would be the one to do it. That's pretty dope. And then he says, the mystery solved in March. I reported that Sharma had done some Xbox work during her original 2011-2013 stay at the company. What that involved? I was there for a short moment doing some sports and influencer marketing at that time. That's it. So that's what she did for that little time that she worked for Xbox beforehand. All right, hold on. Okay. So let's skip over here. It says, from the outside, I could appreciate the words of support for Gen 9 Xbox Series consoles, but I noted to Sharma and Booty that Xbox console sales have been in decline. Microsoft's quarterly earnings updates have shown years of hardware revenue drops. Does Sharma expect Series console sales to go back up? I can't share guidance on what's going to happen in general. We are wanting to see Xbox return to growth next year. And so we've got work to do. And that's the Xbox division returning to growth, she'd later clarify. There's no silver bullets. And our focus is going to be how many players are playing every single day in the Xbox ecosystem, which on the other show that we did, I thought that was such a huge deal. The fact that she's not looking at it from a further out, zoomed out lens of like a month or a quarter. Every single day, she's looking at the report saying, why aren't people playing as many as we want them to be playing? Right. And that is something that, for me, shows someone who is serious about making impactful change now. Not, hey, let's do this and see what happens in the next few weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She's looking at it like, we're doing something now, and this needs to give us something now, right? So what can we do to make people want to play? What can we do to make people go ahead and be excited to be on their Xboxes? I mean, I thought that was pretty dope. What do you guys think of that? The fact that she's looking to the day, you know, not the week, not the month, not the year, not the quarter, whatever, the day.
I like it. Find ways to get me to game more. You know, create more time for me to game. I'm with it. So
create more time for me to game, pay some of my bills so I can work less. You know, let's
say incentives to game. It sounds like even too. It's like we want more people on, so let's give them something to do it.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Facts.
$100 or 100 being rewards points per 15 minutes spent.
There you go. I mean, they definitely give us reward points for playing. That's that's the truth.
But it's locked at 20 points for, I think, depending on your tier or whatever. It's 20 points for
exactly. Minutes. Yep.
They can have like happy hour gaming where you get more points.
That'd be cool.
On off hours,
like so golden hour, like 5 to 8.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to cover it, but they did put out that thing saying something about during your birth week or birth month or something like that. They're going to do something.
Oh yeah, some type of birthday gift or some shit. Yeah, I haven't looked into that too much. I did hear about it, but I mean, I just immediately thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know. All right. Where am I? Okay. The memo also talks about Xbox being built to be open, which tripped me up. I initially took it as a reference to the kind of approach the public saw last year for the Xbox branded portable, the ROG Xbox Ally. That device, made by Asus in partnership with Microsoft, includes the Xbox PC Marketplace right next to Valve's dominant Steam service. As a result, it's an Xbox branded device on which I can play the Steam version of PlayStation's God of War. The Ally hinted at a more open platform approach for Xbox. Then there was a line in Sharma and Booty's memo about the next-gen Project Helix and how it would play your console and PC games. In early February, a few weeks before Microsoft announced Spencer's exit and Sharma taking over, Epic's Steve Allison, who runs his company's PC Marketplace, told me he expected the Epic Game Store to be on Microsoft's next console. Unless their policy or stance on it changes, they're telling us they're going to welcome that, he said at the time. I wasn't sure if that was the kind of open thing the memo was hinting at, and I've been scratching my head for some time about how it would be economically viable to let other storefronts operate on its hardware. Sharma pulled me back a bit from all of this. Quote, so what we shared with our team is that we want the platform to be open for more people to create on the platform and more players to participate in customizing and extending that. But an open platform approach, as with the Xbox Ally as well, question mark. I cited Allison's comments about what Microsoft's plan for the future Xbox hardware had been, at least under the prior regime. I wasn't part of those conversations. So we'll make those decisions going forward as a team and with our partners, Sharma said. We'll share more when we can. And then there's Sharma and Booty's intriguing pledge in their memo for Xbox to be affordable. Okay, let's stop for a second. Let's pause for a second. So I feel like this little conversation about, being open and all this stuff, I think this is already all settled, right? Like he brings it up that, on the Xbox Ally, you already have access to your games and the stores. On PC, there's no like tie up for Xbox to have their people play on the Windows store or whatever, right? You can go to Steam, you can go whatever on the platform. And I think the biggest thing is that, to be clear, Xbox is not going to be promoting like, hey, you guys should all go buy your games on this competing platform, right? But she makes it clear, right? It's about playing your console games and your PC games. Just like on the ROG Ally, just on the Xbox mode on your PC, right? You have access to these other stores. You will have access to them in the next box. That is literally what has already been put in motion. As much as I can appreciate, Asha saying that she wasn't part of those conversations, so they're going to make decisions. You're not going to, backtrack on your partners on something that doesn't hurt you. Being able, again, not that it's going to be advertised, like Epic is not going to be like, hey, download the Epic store on Xbox, and get fucking 15% off on Fortnite fucking V-Bucks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's going to be the play at all. The same way on the Xbox Ally X, where they don't stuff it in your face. Like, hey, go play a game somewhere else on a different storefront. Like, no, they go ahead and they do bring all your games in as you play them. So on Steam, you play something there, it'll show up in your library and shit. But like, it's gonna be to the lay person, to the standard person who buys the next box. They're just going to play on Xbox like they always play on Xbox. They go to the Xbox store, they buy their games, download it, call it a day. It's not going to be like most people are not going to be going, all right, let me go download Steam, let me go make an account, let me go do this. Like, that's not going to be the vast majority of people. Only the people who are in the know, people who understand, what it can do, that's who'll do it. But people are not going to just start opening accounts in other stores and shit and spending money in other stores. These are for people who already been there, done that. And it just allows me now to have all my games in one place. So I don't have to turn off my Xbox. Like, understand this. And again, like she said it, daily players. She wants people playing daily. Well, let's be clear. If I'm a person who has an Xbox and a PC and different devices, right? Sometimes my game flow is going to put me on the Xbox console every day. Sometimes I'm going to go a few days without going on the Xbox because I'm playing a game for review. For instance, Pragmata, right? They sent me Pragmata. I have it on Steam. It's not on Xbox. So when I'm playing Pragmata, I'm playing on Steam. right? I'm playing normally on my handheld, so I'm playing it, on the Xbox Ally X, but I'm still playing it via Steam, right? So, like in a world where they want me playing on Xbox every day, excuse me, if I am a multi-device gamer and I say, all right, well, I'm playing on Steam for the next couple weeks because I'm all in on this game, that means your Xbox not being turned on, right?
Yeah.
Well, now in this new world, if I'm playing a Steam game, I'm still turning on my Xbox, still sitting in that ecosystem, still getting my messages on my Xbox account, still doing all that stuff. And then when I turn off the game, where am I? I'm in the Xbox ecosystem. I see my Xbox library. I'm not at the Steam fucking, browser, and I'm like, all right, I'm done with this, so I'm done, and I have no reason to go on Xbox or anything else because I finished playing. Now, all of a sudden, I play a game on Steam, I exit out the game, I'm back on my Xbox dashboard. I mean, it's just what it is, right? It's just a smart way to keep people in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want me to leave. That's the point. You don't want me to go play a game somewhere else. You want me to play on your box. That's what it is.
And
That's why they do it on the PC, the Xbox mode on PC. Right?
Yeah, and
you stay there.
And for the people who are on low spec PCs, that the Helix is going to be something that is very appealing to them because they'll still be able to play their PC games and they'll be able to purchase, potentially subsidized hardware to do so. So, you got those people. And then, people like myself, I don't want to have to buy a PlayStation 6 if I don't need to. So if I can just hop over to Steam and buy, a couple PlayStation games a year, or PlayStation decides to make a launcher, I can download that launcher and I can buy whatever exclusive they make that makes sense for me to purchase at the time. If they get back to making something that makes sense for me to purchase. So it's like, I think the device is going to have a lot more appeal than just the Xbox customer if they land it right.
I agree. All right. And then there's Sharma and Booty's intriguing pledge in their memo for Xbox to be affordable. This week started with a Game Pass price reduction. That's part of Microsoft's Xbox gaming business. So too is Xbox hardware, which, as with rival consoles, has had price increases. Quote, I think that there's a lot of different people around the world that have different needs, Sharma told me, as I prompted her about what affordability looks like at Xbox, especially given that one of its products is a console, which can be expensive. I think historically, our pricing hasn't been as flexible. And I think that's the big thing we want to go work on. You saw that with Game Pass, it had become too expensive. So we took a step to address that. She added, I want to continue to make sure as we build hardware, software, services, we're spending just as much time on performance and play time as we are on making sure that we can innovate to offer more affordable devices and hardware and services. And so, look, there's a reality to the market that we're in. So there's no promises around what the price points are or anything like that. But I want to make sure that people around the world are able to play. So when you think about that, I do feel like that's where the Gen 9 is going to come in. I think she's going to work on trying to figure out how to go ahead and get cheaper entry points into Gen 9. I think the Helix is still going to be a fantastic deal. I don't think it's going to be cheap, but I think it's going to be cheap for what you're getting. So I think there's going to be a lot more value packed in the box, but it's still going to be expensive. And I think for them, what they're thinking is, okay, we need to figure out how to make the Gen 9 more appealing financially, right? This far in the gen, we should already be getting cheaper, but we've seen the opposite. Things go up, right? She already bucked the trend with Game Pass, right? Did the unthinkable. She lowered the price, right? That's unheard of. Unheard of. So the fact that she's already done that, who knows what she'll do? Price decreases are a huge W. If she can tell people, hey, the prices are going down, people are going to be very happy with that. So we'll see. But I don't think there's no magic scenario here where Helix is going to be $500 or $600 on launch. That's out the window. That's not going to happen.
So let's see if they bring back the possibility of Xbox All Access again.
I'm sure that'll some version of that will exist. Just makes too much sense for them to help people be able to get in. Also attach Game Pass, and with the cheaper pricing, it's going to be even easier to do that. So yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
That's a number I think I'd like to see. I can't remember when they stopped All Access, but did console sales start going down after they removed All Access?
It's a good question. Not 100% sure, but it was definitely a valuable setup. I know my friend. Yeah, see, it's powerful. I know my friend. He did it back, when the Series X first came out, and he got his Game Pass and he had the box, and it was great. He paid it off in 2 years or whatever, and that was it.
I got a Series X for me, and I got 2 Series S's for them through that.
There you go. That's a W, man. All right. The gaming business is changing radically these days. Signs of stress are everywhere, and studios are shut down. Developers are laid off. The plug is pulled on faltering games quickly after they launch. In their memo, Sharma and Booty talked about competition for players' attention. The mentioned hit games emerging from tiny teams of developers and even from bigger teams outside of traditional markets, but whose work competes with the most established Western studios. They described an industry that is reshaping. Players have more access to more games than ever, even as the cost and time to build blockbuster titles continue to rise, putting pressure on what gets made and how risk is taken. Given that, I wondered if Sharma and Booty felt there were any hard truths that they thought Xbox fans needed to understand about where gaming is going. Quote, I would just turn around and say it's on us to understand the fans, Booty said. Our job is to build what the fans want to play and create places for them to play and worlds to explore. So I'm also hearing a lot about create places for them to play, right? So create more hardware, right? So what it sounds like is obviously we have next gen coming. We've been hearing about the handheld that they're making. But even Asha alluded to, building pieces of hardware that are more affordable. There could, they could come out with like another, system that is between the X and S. You know what I'm saying? Something less powerful than the X, but more powerful than the S. Very possible.
There's a lot of options. Yeah, it's a lot of options. Series,
absolutely.
Like Series Y. Well, I don't know.
The Series Y.
Series Y. I don't know if you call it the Y. But
I was going to say, what's the in between S and X? Series Q? No, that's before that.
No, I don't know. It'd be a good question though. But it just sounds like they're alluding to more than just the Helix. It sounds like they're trying to find cheaper ways to make a box to get people in.
The middle ground would actually be kind of cool because it would be the Series V, Series 5.
It's possible. That would be dope. The other thing, to keep in mind is, maybe come time for Helix to launch, maybe they just launch a new generation of consoles that replace Series X and S.
But still support X and S, right?
Well, it was still supported, but meaning like selling it going forward. Maybe just build a low-powered box with new tech. You know what I'm saying? So a new S, a new X, and then Helix would be the Pro equivalent, right? It'll be the most powerful box that they release. But if they want to hit multiple price points, that might be a thing to do as well. You know, good, better, best. It's possible. It's possible. I feel like that's what they're alluding to. There's definitely more than just one piece of hardware in the future. All right, so he continues. So the understanding is for us to think about how the expectations have changed around how social games are, around their approachability, how easy they are to get into, but the balance between satisfying the core that wants really sweaty, hard games, but making sure we don't lock people out that want to join for the first time. He added, I think player habits, competition for attention, expectations about where and how they play, these are all changing. And we're putting a lot of energy across our teams into really understanding and delivering what players want. And they end with, so what does success at Xbox look like? Xbox will be where the world plays, Sharma said. And we're going to do that across our full stack platform. I mean, that's a great line right there. Xbox will be where the world plays. But I do feel like that's still something to kind of just guess on our own, you know, what she means by that, you know, because there's so much, right? Where the world plays, is that just the exclusive scenario not existing, right? We're where the world plays. We're everywhere. Wherever you want to play is where you play. But they say Xbox will be where the world plays. So is it just putting Xbox on everything? You know, which is obviously the thing. Did that pop up on the screen? I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, is it talking about, you know, just Xbox being on everything? Is it alluding to the Discord and the Netflix of it, right? Like, is it through other parties that they're going to do this expansion? You know, there's a lot.
OEMs and all that nice stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to interpret you know, where the Xbox will be where the world, even that statement, when you read it, you could read it two different ways. Like, you could read it as Xbox will be where the world plays. Like, Xbox is where the world is coming to play, or Xbox will be where the world plays. So Xbox will meet the world wherever they are so that they can play there.
And I think that's what's going to have to be, because I mean
that's what makes sense.
It's obviously not. It's going to have to include PC, of course, and at least at this point in time, with consoles aren't available everywhere. So I mean, you're going to have to be open to putting it other places.
Yeah, unless they're also committing to the idea of just putting their consoles everywhere. You know, just making their consoles
right now they're not everywhere. So
yeah, so they would have to commit to be global, right? Put their console everywhere PlayStation and Nintendo are. They should have their box, is what I'm hearing. What's up, Spartan? I see you, player. Well, I mean, for me, I thought this was interesting to kind of get like a deeper perspective, and to get like the official recap of what they announced from their words, right? Like, where they can go ahead and define to us what they meant by the statements they had put out there. Dave Reezy, what's up, man? I see you play. So for me, I mean, look, this just all signals that Xbox is moving into the right direction. They're not oblivious to what's happening. They're going ahead and making moves and doing everything they can to expand the reach of Xbox, but also to give Xbox players more. I'm digging it. I'm pumped for what's to come. All signs point to Summer Showcase to see how this all plays out. At least this first half of the year and what she's able to accomplish. Before we move on, what do you guys think overall about everything that we went over? Obviously you guys weren't on the show that we broke all this down on, so just I don't know if you read the actual memo, but we broke it all down on Thursday night. So this is kind of like almost like a recap of it, but with their insight. What do you guys think about the fact that they even went in like this in this memo to the world?
Because I like that they came back and explained it a lot deeper than what the memo. That's the thing. So this is the plan. Now the question is, the plan is the plan until we change the plan.
Facts.
I think. She's only been in, I think it's been about 2.5 months now.
Days.
Yeah. So I think we see that there's a lot of big changes on the way. It's just gonna be interesting to see how that takes shape. Like we got the memo that kind of gives us like a forecast and a direction in which they plan on going. I'm just really looking forward to the execution and how these things land. I think she has a strong approach. I think Phil and Sarah laid a decent foundation for her to move forward with and take Xbox where she wants to take it and kind of, put her stamp on the brand. And hey, I think big things are coming for Xbox. Especially with Microsoft behind them a little bit more now than they have been before with the whole AI push we saw the last couple of years. I think they're a little bit more behind the Xbox brand at this current moment and behind Windows as well. So I'm pretty interested. I think the Steam OS, Linux kind of capturing more devices is also like kind of sparked that as well. So yeah, I'm excited. I think there's a lot of things to be excited with the Xbox brand. You got the games, you got the hardware, you got the commitment from upper levels of management that to really be dedicated to the brand. We're seeing like software updates every couple weeks now. There's a lot more engagement in the community. So yeah. It's not just a memo. They're outliving it. So I'm looking forward to it.
I agree. I think this is a great start to her, her time as boss.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think I don't think there's been this quick of an impact by anybody who's run Xbox in fucking like ever. I don't think anybody's ever done it. Done so much so quickly.
Hit the ground running.
So like, I mean, I say this to myself like a lot, especially people that don't really play older games. They don't play games in their, that they already beat in and things like that are in their backlog. They don't really touch that. What's really stopping people from switching over to Xbox now with the new direction and with the direction that PlayStation's going? Like everything that's going on over there. But why aren't you switching to Xbox or PC at this rate? Because I mean, you look around, it's it's a sinking ship over there at PlayStation at the moment. Steam kind of has their own thing, but they're they don't have a platform for you. You have to go and, build a PC. Xbox seems to be the lowest entry point. And you get to hop onto, the Xbox platform, and you jump into Game Pass for the same price as you're paying for the top tier of PlayStation Plus, and you get a whole library of games day one. So it's just like, I think there's a lot of different things where she's able to capitalize on kind of what's going on in different platforms and say, hey, why not come over here to Xbox, with kind of everything we have going on right now. So she's gonna have to give those customers that value proposition, but I think it's there for her to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's going to be up to her to continue to go ahead and really give a purpose for people to be pumped to be on the Xbox ecosystem. Again, like I can't downplay it enough. Like the fact that I went ahead and saw that today we got a brand new drop into Game Pass, Aphelion, a high quality looking game.
Yeah.
Very again, I the thing that I kept feeling as I was playing was Uncharted in space, and it had looked fantastic graphically, played great, played about the same, honestly, as far as like the platforming and such. The only thing that I'm not too far into it, but I haven't had combat yet, so I'm sure that there'll be some type of combat, I'm assuming, but if not, just the hostile world has been really great to explore. But the point is that this is like a high production game. It looks phenomenal. It's a dope game to have free in the service, right? They did this.
You say it was kind of a platformer too?
Well, platformer, not like a 2D platformer, but like Uncharted. So like, climb the wall and, climb on this ledge and jump down and slide down the thing and jump and shit, So
I remember seeing it at the game showcase. I
did too.
It caught my attention for sure.
Yeah, it's stunning. It's stunning. I'm very impressed with it so far. So definitely gonna keep playing that. But it's just again another game that they're giving us, right? It's in Game Pass, phenomenal thing. It's really good. And then again, go back a couple of days, but Kiln is in there now. And again, this is not a huge, third person adventure or whatever it is. It's a multiplayer, battle game where you're just making pots and smashing pots. It's a cool thing, building your own pots. It's dope. And again, it's not a if that was the only game we were getting this year, it's different. But as an additive, as a like, hey, here's something cool that we worked on. Check it out, play it, have fun. It's dope. If you haven't played it, go play it. It's on Game Pass. And if you don't have Game Pass, stick around to the end of the show, and I'm giving away a copy. So you can go ahead and jump into Kiln and have a good time because it is fun. Fun AF, as the youngins say in these streets. All right.
Fun as uck.
That's right.
Gotta bring this up real quick here.
Sure.
They're having some issues with the 360 backwards compatible stuff for Xbox. Cool. Xbox is having some issues with backwards 360. They've been having the issue for like a week or two now, trying to access some of the older ones through the backwards compatible stuff. Jason Ronald just put out a post. We are investigating a rare issue affecting a small number of players where launching Xbox 360 backwards compatible titles on Xbox Series X and S. If you receive a can't connect to Xbox Live error while trying to play, please DM me directly with the details.
Okay. Yeah, so that's how small it is that they can't even like find it as a group. They need you to be like, if you're talking shit about this, show me the proof, bitch, because we can't find it. All right. So
or it's okay, we understand you're having issues. Tell me so I can work on it.
Well, he would never say that if it was going to be a big number.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's the point. So it's an insignificant amount of people. So he's willing to be like, hey, send it to me and I'll verify what the fuck you got going on. That's the way I see it, because nobody's gonna be like, hey, send it to me personally, right? If it's a big deal, right? You're definitely not gonna do that. So but yeah. Now we do have to shout out the motherfucking homie Spartan 661 in the building, member for 26 months. God damn, that's fucking awesome, man. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, my dude. Says, I love the green color, especially on an Xbox Essential podcast. Let's go. Shout out. I'll take that. Hell fucking yeah, man. Of course, you know how we do, bro. Fuck yeah, man. Appreciate you. Oh shit. Motherfucking Spartan. He is not fucking around. Spartan went ahead and gifted 50 on point for gamer memberships, man. Shout out to the motherfucking homie Spartan 661, bro. Y'all know what to do. Put the motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. And of course, our boy, Spartan 661.
He's like, I want that top spot, bitch.
Oh, he gonna take that top spot. He ain't fucking around. He ain't fucking around. Spartan, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, my dude. You guys know what to do. Go ahead in the chat. You gotta put those motherfucking FBs in the chat for your boy Spartan 661. Let him know that you appreciate him. 661. Appreciate you, brother. Let me go ahead and update this banner real quick. Bam, go here. Our homie. Go there. Gifted. Spartan 150 gifted. Go. Let me put Spartan over here. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, my brother. All right. Let me update this. Is done. Boom. Go up. Put it on. Beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead and go over to the next topic, which is PlayStation 5 DRM is here.
All right, on this money, I'm going to go ahead and bounce. I got to get up early for work tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Feel you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for coming through, homie.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Hey,
see you later, everybody.
Yeah, have a good night.
Bye.
All right, good night, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, bye.
Peace. All right, we'll take this chapter. All right, so that's right, guys. You heard it here. You didn't know, but now you know. PlayStation has went ahead and officially hired Don Matrick to run their game division. Herman Hulse is out, and Don Matrick's first order of business was to compete with Game Pass with a service. And what he did was he said, instead of doing a subscription service, we're going to go ahead and give you a service where you just buy your games, but they're only good for 30 days. Okay. It's a rental service. It's just for you guys. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. No, all jokes aside, it's crazy that 13 years after Don Matrick, announced this for Xbox and got rejected horribly, this has popped up on PlayStation now. This is a thing. This is what's happening. Let's go ahead and you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. Let's go ahead and let's read this shit right here. So Sony has supposedly rolled out a new 30-day online check-in requirement for digital games purchased on PlayStation 5. This means that if users don't connect their PS5 to the internet once every 30 days, their licenses for digital games will expire, and they won't launch until the console connects to the internet and revalidates them. PS5 digital game DRM check-in requirement. Explain. On Twitter, user Mr. Zach X Official shared an exchange they had with PlayStation support regarding the online check-in requirement. Per the conversation, all digital PS5 games purchased after the console's March 2026 firmware update will feature a 30-day check-in timer. If the PS5 is not connected to the internet at least once during this 30-day window, licenses for applicable digital games will expire. That means users won't be able to play any of their digital games until they reconnect their PS5s to the internet and the DRM system validates the licenses again. Yo, I gotta tell you, first I'm gonna go to Ren real quick. I see him right here. And he says, this is low-key overblown, and I'm a PS hater. I feel you, Ren. I feel you. But this is the thing. I feel the same way. The problem is that it was overblown back then as well. Okay, back when Xbox was first announcing it, it was overblown like a motherfucker back then. And back then, that DRM check was going to come with a family plan that let fucking 8 people in your family or 5 people in your family fucking play your games. And they fucking roasted Xbox alive. Like literally scorched that bitch while it was on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Like they got destroyed. And the things that we would say is like, who the fuck doesn't have internet? Right? Everybody has internet. How can you? And these motherfuckers like, well, not in the jungle. Not in the jungle. If you ain't got no jungle.
If you at war.
If you in the jungle, you ain't got no internet. If you out there getting shot at war, you ain't got no internet. Like, motherfucker, they got other shit to be worried about. All right, ain't nobody trying to play that shit when they're in war. They ain't nobody trying to play that shit in the jungle. All right. Well, what if you're out at sea? What if you're in the ocean? You got no fucking internet. Well, God, like, bro, like it was way overblown. It was way overblown. But now it doesn't seem like it's getting any of that type of smoke. Like very few people are doing it. Yeah, you're getting these things written, right? It's just news, though. Where's the pitchforks? You know what I'm saying? Where's the world ready to fucking destroy PlayStation for attempting to do such a thing with no benefit? This is not like when Xbox was going to do it. Xbox was going to give you a benefit. Xbox was going to give you a family plan. There's no benefit here. Just fucking greed. And they want to make sure that at the end, they could put their monthly active users on their little thing and say, well, technically they checked in, so that's a monthly active user. Can you imagine being so desperate that 13 years after DRM was introduced on Xbox and then promptly destroyed and taken away, you say, it's been enough time. You know what I'm saying? It's been enough time. Let's bring that shit back. Let's bring that shit back. That's crazy to me. So yes, Ren, I agree with you. It's overblown a little bit, sure, because the reality of the world is the same as it was back then. Most people have the ability to hop on the internet, okay? It's the reality. But that was the case back then as well. Nothing has changed between then and now. Hotspots, all that shit, all existed back then. So, no, this is just crazy. This is just crazy that they would do it. And that's just to show you the place where they are, right? Again, Broke Boy said it earlier, I'm pretty sure, where he said Sony came out and said, how we're going to make more money? Well, we're going to find a way to milk our player base more. And this is just another way, right? And it's just what it is, bro. It's just what it is. It's just more of the same bullshit. But let's go ahead and read what they did over here. So it's the PlayStation online assistant, PlayStation support. Thank you for your interest on the 30-day timer that is being applied to all new purchases. Affected content, games purchased digitally after the March 2026 update. Offline functionality. If the console does not connect to the internet within 30 days, the license expires and the game may refuse to launch until a connection is restored. Primary console restriction. Setting a console as primary does not bypass this 30-day requirement. That's wild. The 30-day is a valid period and is not a sign of an account restriction or anything like that. Okay. So first of all, this has a this is a problem because we know that when we buy these games and shit, they're all licenses, right? Like known that forever. You don't actually own the game. That's why it's funny. Whether you buy physical or not, right? Physical, everything, no matter how you cut it, they're all just licenses. And this is the first time, which again, since Xbox, but Xbox's whole thing was very different and it all made sense. Again, another little remembered feature was that your disc that you bought was just going to be the key to your digital version. So you would put the disc in, the digital copy would download, and basically just having the disc in there was just like your proof that you owned it. And they were going to do something similar with online digital games where they checked in just to make sure you own, that you still owned it, because weren't they going to do trade-ins too, some shit like that, right?
Yeah, they had like something where you'd be able to like sell the game back or something. Yeah.
The whole thing was set up with GameStop. They got really pissed, remember, because they built the whole system out and then they had to backtrack the whole fucking thing. So like you were going to be able to trade in your game. So they needed to make sure that you didn't keep a copy of the game that got traded in, right? Yeah. So it all was very much, in line with what you would think would make sense for it, right? It all just made sense, but the world did not accept that. Meanwhile, here, there's no reason whatsoever for this to take place. So now that when you buy a game on PlayStation, now that whole idea of that license that you're using, it's actually showing its head now. Like before, that was just like a thing that was said, but it didn't make a difference. Now it makes a difference, right? Yeah. Now it makes a difference. 30 days check-in, again, for most people should be fine, but the fact that they go ahead and tell you that shit is going to expire, that's a problem. And then the whole point of primary console restriction is that you're supposed to have the ability to say it's a primary console, so it doesn't matter. Dark and Jelly, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming through, man. Have a good night. That primary console restriction is supposed to mean if you're primary console, that means you don't have to worry about it, right? Because that's your actual box, so we don't have to check shit. Well, fun fact, you do have to check. You do have to check. That's the reality of where they are right now. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. It says, interestingly, DRM check-ins like such already existed on PlayStation, but only for those who own more than one PS5 and use the same account on their consoles. Setting your PS5 to primary and enabling console sharing and offline play in this instance would do away with the periodic DRM nag on the main system, but not for the auxiliary consoles. However, this seems to have changed now, as even the primary console workaround ostensibly won't bypass the 30-day timer. This is, of course, a major disappointment as far as preservation and usability go, and it's not the first time a major platform holder has tried to implement a DRM requirement like this either. Back when the Xbox One debuted in 2013, it featured 24-hour check-in timer, which is even more ridiculous. Xbox then boss Don Matrick even told players that if they didn't want a console that requires persistent online connection, they could stick with the Xbox 360. Needless to say, the uproar was furious, and Microsoft quickly backpedaled on the Xbox One 24-hour DRM requirement. Now, the same problem seems to be rearing its head on the PlayStation side. Not only does DRM pose a huge problem for long-term game preservation, it also negatively impacts usability for players living in regions where stable internet connections are still hard to come by. And this is very true. Like, for instance, we know like for instance, in places like Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, they literally lose electricity like all the time without warning for hours to days on end. Um, so, you know, again, is that a 30-day problem? Probably not. But still, this is where it's just it starts creating that crack where doubt seeps in, and now you start becoming a little more afraid of what you're doing and what you're buying because you don't know if it's going to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to end up with a problem.
Yeah.
Which is wild considering that there's no benefit to it. They're not giving you anything. They're not giving you anything for it.
Yeah, it's kind
Go
of
ahead.
weird to do it without saying anything to your consumer base. There's no announcement.
No announcement.
It's just
No announcement.
I like the DRM thing is, I mean, it is what it is. Companies are going to do DRM. I mean, I've been an advocate of, more consumers having rights over digital products that they purchase. But it's just really, if PlayStation is willing to do this and not say anything to you about it, what else are they willing to do and not say anything to you about it? So it's like, it's just a really sleazy move on their part. Not that they did it, but the fact that they like kind of are acting like thieves in the night, the way that they're going about it. And
Facts.
that's the big deal. The big deal is not the DRM, because like we said, like, we've seen similar DRM policies on other platforms. It's the fact that they don't have the balls to come out and tell you that they're doing it. And they're leaving a lot of people in a tough situation, because what if I bought the PlayStation, for this specific reason, and I, catered my gaming library to you, so that I can travel. Maybe I am an offline gamer. Maybe I do travel a lot and I don't have access to internet because I go to remote regions of the world or something, and I purchase a PlayStation for when I go to those remote regions, because I don't feel like taking a PC. Maybe that's your life. I don't know. But for them to kind of do that behind your back is the most, it's just sleazy. That's the best way I could put it. It's just sleazy.
Agreed. And again, if they were dropping like 5 to 6 games this year and just cranking and really focusing on the consumer and just updating their console, giving them better features, doing a whole bunch of shit, right? Like, and then they did something like this, it'd be like, damn, this was fucked up. But look at everything good they're doing, right? But like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing positive happening. Sure, there's new games coming out, but it's like, again, a game that so little people are gonna actually give a shit about. So it's like, what are you doing for the majority of people who own your box?
Yeah.
And the answer is not a goddamn thing, except putting them into worse situations than they were, before. You know what I'm saying? Like when they first were owning this box, they didn't have this issue. Now they do. This is a problem for no reason now. And game preservation, I mean, listen, how many games get taken offline?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like,
You know
as a PlayStation customer, I feel like all they've done is take from the PlayStation customer since the PlayStation 5 came out. Like, I feel like they've raised prices on the base consoles all throughout the generation. They've taken away like certain like features that players enjoyed on the PlayStation 4, like having the themes and things like that. They took those away. Then they kind of teased you with it with the PlayStation 5 Pro. They kind of had that, like little theme thing that they had for like a quick second, but then they took it away after like 30 days or something like that. They've raised the price of the subscription service. Every time they're about to remaster a game, they take out the original version of the game out the subscription service. It's just a lot of nonsense over there right now, and it's showing up with stuff like this. It's like they just keep taking away from your overall gaming experience on that platform, and nobody really says anything about it.
I agree. They just fucking accept it and just keep it fucking moving, I guess. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it just kind of is what it is. It's just another stupid thing that proves why just PlayStation is not the platform for the gamer. You know what I'm saying? Just the reality of what it is. We do have our homie Space Shot in the building. My dude, thank you for being here, my brother. Member for 18 months. You're the motherfucking man. Thank you, sir. Says the vast majority will just turn on their PlayStations and play COD, Minecraft, GT Online, EA Sports games, all connected online. They won't notice. I mean, and that's the truth, right? And again, that's why, like Ren said earlier, right? A lot of this is overblown, but I think if you pay attention, the people who are making a big deal about this are making a big deal out of it because of the actual issue. It's because of how fucking hypocritical these fucking ponies are being, where DRM back then, they lost their fucking minds and talked all this shit. And the famous fucking, how do you share your game and here to here, right? Like all that shit, right? That took place. Now, all of a sudden, they're cool with it, right? Now it's cool. Now there's no problem. When you are inherently getting something worse versus getting something better. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it just doesn't make any sense to celebrate that or think that that's a good thing. So, but you're absolutely right, right? Like the vast majority of people don't give a shit. The vast majority of people are online. PlayStation, Xbox's biggest customers are all online, and connected. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't really do anything effectively, but it is something to be clear on that this is what they're doing. And, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect most people, but the people who it does affect are going to be fucking pissed. And again, this is fucking 13 years after this was brought up before and got shut down. To come out thinking that that's the direction they should definitely try to go in it's just wild. It's just wild. Any last things on this before we move on?
No, I hope that PlayStation Nation, keeps fighting back against the company, because it's only going to get worse from here if you just keep letting them do things and not actually informing you of the actions that they choose to take.
And not giving you anything for it.
Yeah.
Just take crazy. Fucking crazy. All right. Listen, we are going to wrap up the show here. But before we do, we have a giveaway. That's right, guys. In celebration of the release of Kiln on Xbox, I will be giving away one copy of the game. If you don't have Game Pass, definitely, if you win, check it out. It's really a fun game. Until you have your hands on it, you can't understand how good it is. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play our game, bro. You know how we do. We do our guess game, right? I pick a number. Whoever's closest to that number between 0 and 1,000 will win the Kiln code. And again, this is an Xbox code. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know if it's worldwide. I think it's worldwide. I'm gonna assume it's worldwide. I'll assume it's worldwide. Okay. So so I have the code. So let me go put on our let's put on our sexy music. Hold on. It's coming. Wait. There it is. There we go. Now, before we hop into the game, we got to shout out our motherfucking boy Spartan661. Our dude went ahead and gifted an additional 20 on point for gamer memberships, man. Shout out to the homie Spartan for going ahead and giving a total of 70 memberships given. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it. Y'all know what to do. Put that motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us. And of course, our boy Spartan661. You're the motherfucking man, bro. Thank you so much, my dude. In the chat right now, go ahead and put the motherfucking FBs in the chat. Show our boy Spartan some love. Appreciate it, man. Very, very kind of you, homie. This. You're good to go. All right. So we got our sexy music. Spartan, appreciate you, my brother. Hardballs, what's up, fam? Just in time for our giveaway. We're giving away Kiln. That's right. I gotta pick a number between 0 and 1,000. Let me pick a number. All right. Let's go ahead and do this number right there. Okay, I have my number. Again, the rule is simple. We're going to go ahead and have you guys guess. I'm going to say go or start in the chat. When I say start, you are free to go ahead and make a guess. You get one guess. 0 to 1,000. Whoever is closest to my number will win the Kiln game code for Xbox and Windows PC. If it's a tie, if two people just happen to be the exact amount of space from my number, then we will do it again for just those people. But there will be a winner, and it happens pretty quickly. All right, so I have my number already. I'm gonna go in the chat. I'm gonna hit start. Oh, and there's a 1 minute. You have a 1 minute timer. Okay, you have 1 minute to go ahead and get as many as you can. And I'm sorry, you only get one guess. I don't know why I said that. You got one guess, that's it. So take your time though. You have 1 minute. And it starts after I write start. Okay, you ready? All right. Start now. Boom. It's up. Just did it. I'm starting the 1 minute clock. Let's go. Let's see what you're gonna do. Remember, one number only. One guess is all you get. Only your first guess will count. Second guess does not count. Bro, you gotta start killing, bro. You gotta try it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Probably this weekend. Can you do local co-op?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think it's local.
Do some Force Family Fun if you can.
Yeah, I don't think it's local co-op. Let me check. All right, the minute timer is up, but you still have until I find this out. Hold on. No, it's online game. It's online game.
Oh,
but that being said, technically you can play with at least one other kid. You know what I'm saying? Just out in regular. We have a few game Pass subscription, so we just all log into different Xbox and just bang it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's cool though. It's a nice little thing.
I mean, one can play on a handheld, one can play on the console. All works.
Yeah, it definitely goes down to the handheld. All right, guys, stop. Time is up. Okay, I have my number here, and we will see who is the winner. Remember that I will go ahead and click your number if you are the closest person. If we click your number, be very excited because you are the closest. If I click somebody else's number, you should be sad because you have officially lost. Okay. So first one, boom, Lauren with 777. It's funny. Is it possible for that to be L.A. Ryan? No, right? Or L.A. Rin?
L.A.
I'm gonna go with Lauren. I mean, it's possible, but I'm gonna go with Lauren. So Lauren is number one right now. He is 3. Spartan 661. It is the new closest. Okay, let me see. Four Jacks at 691, closest. The game adaptation newscast is closest. And well, I would say that the actual winner is Power Boss. But he has says, if I win, I forfeit to the next closest, y'all, which takes you right back to the game adaptation newscast. You done did it, brother. You have officially won a copy of Kiln on Xbox and PC, Windows PC. Shout out to you, game adaptation newscast. You the man. You need to hit me up on either Twitter or Discord. DM me and I will send you that link right now. You did it, bro. You done made it. You won. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, baby. You did it, bro. Where are you on game adaptation? Are you Twitter or on Discord? First time winning. You did it, bro. You ain't messing around. It's a good one, too. It was fun. Discord. All right. Hit me up on Discord. And I will send it to you. Oh, you know how many... I don't understand how many of these people go on these platforms like Discord or whatever, Twitter, and just like all these women who send you shit, all this nonstop. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what is the success rate? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often do they get somebody?
Oh, they gotta get like at least like 2 or 3 a day.
You think so? So I guess there's a lot of lonely motherfuckers out there.
Hey, free lunch every day don't hurt, you know.
That's funny. Game, send me a link, send me a chat or something on Discord so I can send it to you before I forget. You know, I have short-term memory. I need to be able to just get this out. Oh, winner. There you go. I go here and I'll message you. Come on, don't be a bitch. Hurry up. Man, this song can really fucking start putting you to sleep a little bit, huh? You know what I'm saying? Little night.
I'm good.
Make you feel right a little bit.
I don't know if it makes you feel right, but
oh shit! Hold on. Copy. Come on, bro. Why are you being a bitch? Just fucking do it. God damn it. How do I message you directly? View. Okay. Message. There we go. Okay. Try this again. What is not supported? This is being a pain in my ass. I really have to type all this shit. The whole point is I should be able to do it right here. Sure. Okay. Boom. Boom. There we go. Jesus, that was a lot of pain in the ass. All right. I got it there, brother. You're good to go. Just go ahead and let me know that it redeemed and you are good to go, my brother. Congrats to the game adaptation newscast for winning, man. Appreciate you, brother, for being here. Oh, shit. You got it good, man. Shout out to the motherfucking homie Spartan661. He went ahead and gifted another 20 on board for gamer membership, man. Shout out to the motherfucking homie Spartan661. Goddamn, you are the man, bro. Thank you, bro. Y'all know what to do. Put that motherfucker and welcome to the family emojis in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight. And of course, my boy, Spartan661. He's not fucking around. Let me update that, man. He fucking did it, man. Mac, I appreciate you, homie. Be easy. Game adaptation, you did it. Appreciate you, bro. Spartan, man, thank you, my dude. Appreciate you, homie. I'm gonna update this banner real quick, and I'll update over here. But everybody in the chat, put the FBs in the chat for our boy Spartan. Let him know we appreciate him. Shout out to you, homie. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, my dude. All right. Well, guys, this is where we are going to wrap it up, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with us. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. You guys are the shit. Of course, shout out to the homie Broke Boy who rocked out with us all night, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. And then, of course, our boy Child Bizarre in the building. Thank you, my brother, for rocking out with us. Appreciate you, homie. Why don't you let us know where we can find you, what you got going on, man?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at Pharaoh Bizarre, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the socials for right now.
Sweet. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Now, remember, we will be back Thursday with our We Doing It Live, where we'll be playing a bunch of games. Got a bunch of games to play. We'll definitely for sure be playing some Kiln. We'll definitely for sure. I think we're gonna play some Towerborn. Bring that fucking back because we played it way back when it was first out, but ever since it went 1.0, we didn't play it. So we're gonna go ahead, hop in there. Probably play some of this Aphelion. Still sorting it out. Still sorting it out. We'll see exactly what we're gonna play, but it's definitely gonna be a fun show. Definitely come back Thursday night, 8 p.m. It's gonna be a good time. And then, of course, Friday night, the return of the Friday night shift will be back. So definitely come and check that out, man. Got Hargeet in the building. It's gonna be a fun time. And with that, guys, that's it, man. Then we'll be back next Tuesday, as we do here every single week. Guys, thank you again, man. We appreciate you all. Thank you for all the support. Thank you to everybody who supports this channel, man. It means a lot to us. Guys, we do appreciate you all. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end the show the way we end every single